Let's go. Portugal. What are we going to do in Portugal? Portugal, do you hear me? The country. I will be there Sunday morning.
I think once I get into Portugal, I can Portugal.
Fuck, I want.
Portugal's about to be insane. I can't even believe we're going to Portugal.
In breaking news, Portuguese surgeons have been able to reconstruct a U.S. man's face after it was violently caved in by a midget in a Perth-related altercation.
Looks like there is nothing going on at the Charlie Kirk event. Thank God. And most of all, it's raining here in SoCal. I think God is kind. Hope they are tears of joy.
Scoffing down Burger King internationally. The gun straight up started spitting raps on these bitches. And in fact, they can't speak English. Ha! Free pass for some privilege. What's up, man? The comeback was relentless. Damn, it ain't just the victors, the vicious. And all my criminal benches and misadventures came within inches of having my fucking head collapse into hedges. Knock my stupid ass out. My sketchers caught the beating that I've been needing ever since I lashed out at Vickers. 3 long days stuck in some hospital stretcher in like the smallest fucking bed that they could possibly measure. Doc, my peripheral vision's fucked up. Doc, I burst my stitches. Doc, please refresh the page so I can find out what my purse fetches. What's with the laughter? Doc, some type of paranoid vision? Am I just hearing that in my fucking head? What the fuck is this? All you had to do is fuck this faggot's sister. Just look beyond my eyes. Doc, you got my ass mixed up with tipster. 4 on 1, 2, 3, and to the flow. That's the sound of searching. Oh, picking up teeth from the flow.
You wanna live it up like you don't give a fuck. You do whatever you want. Time for you to stick 'em up. You must be fucking bugging if you think you won't get touched. Now give me all your stuff. You fat bitch, lay down.
Scientists are hopeful that the man will regain his eyesight, although they stress they may not be able to save his pig snout.
Listen, you ain't welcome in Azores or Lisbon, not just Portugal, I mean anywhere this bitch wanders. Safer for you, buddy, if you stick to the Richmond projects. Obviously after the done fixing your vision sockets. Dummy, did you think you were able to take my pride from me? Mention my family, why? To get a rise from me? When you wave your people goodbye, leave your ego behind. Well, next time there'll be 2 crosses right where your eyes should be. You want the fame and glory, you want to sell your story by how you traveled for me to my own territory, by how you got destroyed by a shorty. Nah, surely you can't say that so suddenly. It's 1 against 40. You wanna fuck my sister when you're covered in blisters? How the fuck did she see you? You're stuck in ICU. Maybe she'll visit and bring you a book that she could read you, or bring the Burger King, cut it up and just force feed you. Yo, take this Burger King, bitch. Rest in peace. These dudes did a number on you, and I don't mean no number 2, but I bet you did when you felt the ground moving from under you. What are you, stupid? You walk around like you represent the U.S. 1 punch on a Memphis nuisance. Well, make a mess in his new pants. Oh, damn it, it hurts. Somebody get this fag in a skirt. That's what a bitch would lose in a fight. Never an eye, always a purse. So shut your mouth with all that hollering, cussing and curse. Cause if they burst in and stole your life, they still get away with nothing of worth. Could have been way worse, could have gone to the Azores, yo. But I'm guessing there was way more underage whores where the main tourists go. Man, even gay doors, they've on you. Shout out to the A-Laws. Guess all the makers drink the pills finally paid off. You wanna live it up like you don't give a fuck. You do whatever you want. Time for you to stick 'em up. You must be fucking bugging if you think you won't get touched. Now give me all your stuff.
Slime Evans discovered Lawmakers and gave $5. Dogwave tax. Also, I am poor.
You must be fucking bugging if you think you won't get touched. Now give me all your stuff. You fat bitch, stay down.
I don't think Temp's dead, chat. Don't worry. I heard him disappear. I haven't heard him come back yet. See, he's all quiet now. He's all quiet now.
I sent the knock, by the way.
I'll knock you up.
Oh.
Well, you are a dog. I would say that Akko is a white woman, but she's technically not.
Underneath all the tan, she's white.
She's, well, Akko is half white, half Asian. Since apparently that's a distinction.
Dog. Welcome, Bandog. Welcome, Benji. Welcome, Any. If Temp dies, my first suspect is Akko. As it should be.
No, it's not true.
Yes, it is.
It's not true.
You go out of your way.
Akko thinking about impregnating a dog? Yes. Somebody asked about the supers. Ones that are played in the pre-stream, I'll reread. But I appreciate them either way. So Temp is the bottom? I don't know, are you? You're supposed to say no! You're not supposed to dignify that with a response, my dude.
Welcome, Shambler. Welcome, Noble.
Akko is a Hafu. Well.
See, now you've made Akko confused.
Technically the character is. But we don't call her that. Damn, that's mean.
The fact is thinking about it. Look.
Wait, what?
It's a great opportunity. The whole bottom comment.
Oh. See, everybody's just gonna call you a bottom now.
I'm not surprised. They have been for a while now.
Have they? Chad, have you been like displaying some mean comments towards Temp? That's not very nice. That's not very kawaii desu of you. I guess Temp is a bottom.
There's the fact that you said kawaii desu.
Well, what's wrong with that?
It's like saying uwu.
Sure. I guess I would have to say it very gay like Atari.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna do that.
Look, Temp autoplay Suck Squad. Look, Suicide Squad is a horrible game. But it is my
Why are you calling it Suck Squad?
For not finishing Resident Evil 7.
Why would you call it Suck Squad?
Because someone in your chat called it Suck Squad.
Yeah, but you don't have to call it that.
Anyway, I wanted to tell you, because you said you were having pizza in the pre-stream.
I did. I was like, you know what? I really just don't care to like cook because I was working late tonight because while I was at work today, the company vehicle that I use got a flat tire 30 minutes away from my workstation. So my boss had to come and change my tire. I legitimately just like get started with my work. You know, I'm at my location. And then I noticed, and I was like, I was wondering why I was having trouble driving. Because like I'm getting off of the freeway and I'm getting to the location where I was going to start working. And I'm like, did somebody, because my vehicle is not just my vehicle, because it is a company vehicle. Other people use it during the week. And it felt weird turning after I was getting off the highway. And I was like, did somebody mess up this vehicle? I need to call and ask who used this last because it feels weird. I get to my first location for the day at the work site. And the client comes out. First thing he says to me is, did you want help with your flat tire? And my thought process was, fuck.
So that's what was weird.
It was really funny because like in the 2.5 years that I worked for Amazon as a delivery driver, I've never had a flat tire. which I would have thought I would have had by then, because the longer you drive a vehicle all over an area, I just feel like the more, I mean, like, you know, the more you drive, period, the higher likelihood that just something is going to happen. And I was expecting to get like a flat tire a couple years ago when I first started to be an Amazon driver. But now, not even working for Amazon, but working for somebody else now. You know, I go out to my site to work and flat tire.
Yeah.
And so I told my boss, I was like, hey, I can't come back until you give me a new tire. And he's like, you know, I have a spare. And I was like, this vehicle never came with a spare or a changing kit. What do you mean? So,
not on you then.
Yeah, he and another coworker came out because I guess the jack was in one car. I guess the company has one jack. How old are the tires? Not old. I'm going to. Well, I'm going to assume.
I mean, anything can cause the tires to go flat like a nail in the road. So.
Yeah, well, he was looking at it. He's like, I don't see a nail, so we're not quite sure yet what caused it.
I mean, you could have also had like, there's a multitude of things. Like a nail is just one potential culprit to that.
Very true. Very, very.
You could have also just had like, you could have been doing whatever, got out to go have food, and someone just came by and just stabbed it and moved on with their life.
But that's not the case though, because
right, but that is just, it's one of those things. It's like any multitude of things could have happened. That's just one potential thing that could have happened.
Well, the reason why I said that wasn't the case, because it's just like I get out of my car at the location. It's not far away from my car. And immediately after I get out of my car and I start talking to the guy, he's like, hey, what are you doing about your flat tire? So like it was within like the first minute or two when I'm talking to somebody, they're like, hey, do you see this? And I'm like, no. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah.
Oh. It was super embarrassing too, because I was like, I felt bad that I didn't notice it, because like you're supposed to act like a professional in any job you work, and I was just like, how did I not notice this?
Oh, yeah.
From MommaOcco.
Thank you for the 5 chat.
21 sent $5 for more hats.
Target a rock or a pothole. Yeah,
Hit a
no,
rock or a
absolutely.
pothole, and I've had that happen
Just
to me,
one bad thing,
where I
even
just
if it wasn't
scraped my
like something you
curb
would
and
have thought
it caused
about.
the tire to
Very true. Very, very true. Like I said, Chad, by the way, thank you for the 5 mercenary. I am going to reread super chats that were played during the beginning of the stream later down the line. Because I wasn't paying attention during the intro. I had to set up shit and make sure I start like 30 seconds before temp.
Ironically, we both started almost the exact same time.
Well, I heard your alarm go off and I was like, oh, is that what he uses to tell him to start streaming? No, I was kind of surprised. No. What do you use to, what like indicator do you have? Do you just have like a normal, hey, start, it's, you just pay attention to the time and like start
I just
going?
pay attention to the time.
Oh, fair enough.
I actually pay attention to like these things.
Oh, I mean, I do too. You act like I don't. Chad, do you see this abuse I go through? Temp like bullies me. This is why I have to bully the dog. All right, the dog barks at me, and I gotta bark back, and it gets confused.
Try to keep things very uniform and very like set up.
Oh
to make
yeah.
Sure I don't fumble things.
Yeah, do you now?
Yes. What did Nintendo do this time? We'll get into that.
Yeah,
what haven't they done?
I mean,
exactly.
Nintendo is like almost like a weekly it's like Temp's lolcow in my personal. Temp has
Nintendo. Yeah.
Temp lets me have my lolcows, and then he talks about Nintendo. That's like the equivalent
and
exchange.
I hate talking about them like this, but they don't stop digging their grave.
Nah, don't feel bad about it, man. We've approached the point where, you know, it's like a lolcow. You reach the point where, like with a lot of people on the internet, you look at them and you're like, man, I really like that person. I really enjoy listening to them. But they're saying a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense and I don't really agree with.
Yeah.
And the longer and longer it goes on, you're just like, fuck, I actually end up hating what they're doing right now. And then you realize that you are no longer the fan. You're the anti-fan. And as the anti-fan, you have to make fun of them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So Nintendo is your lolcow, basically. It's a very gay and retarded thing to say, but it is basically the case.
It is, but it's true.
Thanks for agreeing with me there.
when you said that you were having pizza, and I mentioned that I had pizza as well, I wasn't going to save it for stream. I went out to have pizza last night, and you know what yesterday was. I'm not going to publicly talk about what yesterday was, but you know what yesterday was.
I forgot.
I'm DMing you.
You can type it to me. Not Patch Tuesday, because it's already past that.
No.
Okay. Never mind. All right, that's
anyway,
fair.
Went out to have pizza last night just because I just was not having... I was not having a day.
Uh-huh. Was it a rough day?
It was a rough day.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna say where we went, but where we went had a Cubano pizza. You know what a Cubano is, right?
No.
Okay. It's like you mix pork, peppers, Swiss cheese, mustard, pickles, all in a sandwich.
Did you get it from that one place that you took me to?
No, you have not been to where this place is.
Oh, there's a better pizza place that you haven't taken me to? I'm kind of offended now.
Yeah. Either way, I got this as a pizza.
Okay.
It's weird.
How so?
Pickles on a pizza.
Yeah, I've had that before.
Mustard.
It's called like a cheeseburger pizza. By the way, chat, I have thrown up a poll for you to answer. We're answering some a pop. I have a pop quiz. What is a Yippie's favorite healthy snack? Because Yippies do eat healthy food, chat. Thank you for the 10, Magma.
Took Occos to Little Caesars. No.
Magma Fox chipped octopus mommy.
Hold on.
No, I did not.
Man, forging iron outside while there is light snowfall is very cozy, ignoring the godless monsters from the Rust dimension that wants to rip me apart. Also, get a bank account.
Yeah. Magma, I'm actively working on it.
I don't know. If Magma keeps saying it, it might help encourage you to go faster.
No, I get it. I get the point, but I'm actively working on it.
Do you think it'll be done before the year's over?
Yes.
Oh, really? My apologies for sounding surprised. I'm just naturally surprised.
You fully deserve to sound surprised.
I'm just surprised because, like, I've been telling you to get a bank account for 5 years.
I had some good excuses for a while.
I know. Like, for like 4 of those years, you had a good excuse, but now the excuses are over. The excuses are over. It's time for you to get a job, Temp. You get a job.
No. How do you handle money?
That is not a question I should hear you asking me.
No. Jody and Kick Chat, your Kick Chat.
Okay. Just don't spend it on VTubers.
Yeah, through the family business. Because I'm allowed to do that since I still get paid through the business.
Yes. Pretty much, Temp has his clients, which is me, and I'm assuming quite a few other individuals.
Yeah.
And I pay him through buying him art, which is his chosen method of payment for me. Another person has paid him by buying him Steam games. Or just paying his subscription to Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. I gotta check how much I gotta see what my sub needs renewed.
Yeah. And for other people, I'm assuming that they just pay your dad's bank account, and your dad just kind of like has an internal ledger. He like memorizes what money he owes you or what money just like belongs to you, and you kind of just go work based off of that.
Exactly. Instead of getting paid a paycheck, I'm just like, hey, I want to buy thing. Okay.
Pretty much. Oh wow. Ava has been a member for 1 year. It's crazy to think that Ava has been around for an entire year, because I feel like she became a member like shortly after. Well, no, it was more like in July. It was sometime in July or July or August that Ava first popped up, so that's crazy. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate it. And thank you for sending a membership. Based, I don't have a cool way of, I was like thinking of like saying it like legal mindset, but I can't do that. Thank you for the Yippee membership. Reminder chat, every time you become a member, you also become a Yippee. So you get to become part of the entitled nature that is a Yippee. That doesn't mean that you get free ice cream, because I don't have enough for everybody, but you do become a Yippee if you must supply your own ice cream, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. So to give some context, I won't go into full detail, but right like in like 2018, 2019, around there, I finally was able to get what I was working on through the court system done.
Uh-huh.
And then COVID hit. So I was actually a few years ago planning on getting that bank account rolling, because that thing in the court system was done.
Right.
And then COVID hit. And
COVID
I'm
just
sorry,
destroyed
I'm not
everybody.
dealing with any government agencies, like a DMV,
Yeah.
during COVID. They can kiss my ass. And since then, it got to a point where I'm just lazy. But for a while there, it was very much just, I'm not doing this because fuck all you. Not chat, fuck all you. I mean, like, government.
COVID fucked up everything. COVID took away like 5 years of my life, man. And I'm not trying to say that to be like weird or stupid or shit, but it does just feel like I feel like I lost a lot of time because I had to like run around and then like protect myself from being forcefully jabbed. So by the way, and I'm not trying to be hyper political here, but apparently if you were jabbed, there is a chance that the virus, or not the virus, but the vaccine was fake or not as effective, and now they're saying to avoid it right now, I guess.
Yeah.
My apologies for being political. If you have taken it, I am praying for you. But
in fact, I know I mentioned on a Dogwave, but I've literally never had a vaccine.
Well, we won't get into that right now because that's an entirely different argument altogether. But like, all I would say is, chat, a lot of people are now learning, apparently there's some weirdness that was going on with with the virus and the shit that they tried to do afterwards. But we're not going to talk about a lot of that. I just thought that was interesting to bring up because now people are claiming that apparently it's not a safe thing to get. I'm not surprised. The coof, yes. Technically, it should be safe to talk about now because it's been 2 years. And apparently, they don't care if you talk about it. Magma's nuclear. Magma
RFK's
is very
favorite
nuclear.
dog. After what RFK said, my respect for him is like going out the window. I'm sorry.
No. I would say, listen. You should give old men 1 or 2 gaffes. If he keeps gaffing up like that, talking about video games, then I would say maybe then. But hold on.
Discovered mom has milkers and gave $5. I am so jealous of the dog right now. My mom always made sure I got vaccinated. And my health and mentality has suffered for it. The autism, especially.
Well, I can't really speak to what the vaccines do to people because I know that's like a hot topic as well. Apparently RFK is gonna like blow the lid on that too. And if he does, I will gladly talk about it because I know I have some family members that are definitely feel like at least me myself, a lot of them believe that me myself was kind of like injured as a child, but I'm not going to get into that today, honestly. That's not really I am not educated and I am not willing to pretend that I am educated on that topic. So all I will say is question everything and be willing to question everything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I figure we should get into some of the news.
I'm getting into this pizza, so you are welcome to do so.
So we're not gonna. Oh, I don't know why I went to that display. There we go.
Hold on.
Palworld announced their 1.0.
Cool.
Now, to be fair, they also announced that they still have more content before 1.0, but they did kind of give us a general release window for the full launch. And I'm going to put that here so you all can see it, because I'm an idiot and didn't put it on screen. There. Yeah. We're not going to listen to it because it's truly just a lot of, hey, stuff's coming. Anyway.
But they're finally putting it into release mode.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, I know Pocket Pair has admitted several times that they've kind of had to increase the time of when 1.0 actually happened, and actually debated rushing 1.0 just so they could start making content for afterwards because of the lawsuit.
No, I imagine the lawsuit has pushed them ahead of probably by like a year or two. I'll be real with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty much at that point too.
I'm gonna also be real with you. My problem with Palworld, so I think it's a great game. I've had a lot of fun with it, but my problem with Palworld is really the problem I've had with a lot of sandbox type games. And the problem is, once you find one sandbox game, some people will probably be like this, not everybody, but some people will be like this. It's really hard for you to just like get attached to another one. Yeah. Because only one has caught your heart. And for me back in 2011, that was Minecraft. So it's been hard for me to find something outside of that because of it.
That's why I'm happy that I'm not in the same position you are, where I gravitate towards one thing, where I'm very open to just playing a bunch of things. But when it comes to survival crafting, kind of like Minecraft or Vintage Story or Satisfactory, Valheim, Palworld, etc., stuff like that, it's harder for me to gravitate towards that because it really feels like you're not accomplishing anything, even though you are.
I will say, the difference for me between Satisfactory and Minecraft is Satisfactory is what I want out of modded Minecraft. Minecraft is what I want out of a vanilla experience. Occo has the MMO problem. Yeah, chat, I have this problem. I definitely have that problem because I always gravitate back to MapleStory. It's kind of tragic, actually.
Yeah, getting Occo to play Final Fantasy 14, which will come up on tonight's topics,
again,
is a pain in the ass. Yes.
We're talking about 14 again?
Very briefly. Very, very briefly.
What did they do this time?
Something very good.
Oh, okay. Did they fire that person yet?
We'll get into that.
Okay.
But, so, Palworld did announce they are getting 1.0 next year.
Okay.
We don't know when. It could even be like December 2026 that it happens. But it is still happening next year.
Cool.
But I figure we'll get into the Nintendo stuff with this because it all kind of lines up.
Yeah. Hey, for becoming a Yippee Nerdy Texan account for 14 months.
Nintendo demands Palworld remove modding support, claiming it's illegal. Nintendo asserts that Palworld's mods expose developers to lawsuits unless removed. They are also suing over the Pokemon mod, alleging Palworld's success relies on stolen Pokemon art. Palworld included mod support from launch, enabling players to customize experiences and restore features removed due to Masuda's lawsuit. The Nintendo vs. Palworld lawsuit has sparked industry criticism, with Larian Studios director warning that Nintendo may hinder game development and creativity. So I actually pulled up the article.
So they're upset because Nintendo's upset because they allow mods to. Okay. They are trying to make mods illegal. Nintendo is actually fucking insane. This is really stupid because what Nintendo now wants to try and do is they now just want to make mods illegal for everybody, which is extremely dangerous, by the way. Somebody outside's upset. That's extremely dangerous, in my personal opinion, because if for some reason they sue and win this is just going to ruin mods for everybody, everywhere. Now, I know there's a lot of companies that probably wouldn't care about this and would probably cheer this on because a lot of companies hate mods, probably like 14 too. But like, this is bad.
Well,
that's not good. Okay, not 14. Not 14. Let me rephrase. Not 14. I'm talking more the people above in 14. Square.
Oh yeah, no. Square's higher ups, absolutely.
So,
So the article went on to say, Occo is less of a gamer and more of a person who only plays one game. Exactly, Jojo.
Not
Very
true.
correct.
I've played lots of different games. I was playing Silksong earlier today because I love
You
it.
were
I just
playing
need.
that out of spite, and I know it.
No, I wasn't playing it out of spite. I wanted to see if I could like get better at the walk back to the last judge, which I did actually. It's actually way easier to get back to the last judge for me now, almost without getting hit once. The next problem is beating the last judge.
Did you see that Sweet Baby Inc. is saying they want to decolonize cozy games? Yes, that's also in the docket.
They want to what?
Decolonize cozy games like Stardew or Balatro.
Wait, why? What? How is Balatro?
That's me saying because it's like a cozy kind of game. It's
That's
just
not a
game you can
cozy.
turn on and chill.
Tim, there is no way you can consider Balatro a cozy game. Balatro is not cozy by any way, shape, or form.
Disagree.
No. Balatro is a lot of stress tied to it, all right? I mean, it's cozier than other things, but it is definitely not a cozy game. I'm sorry. All right?
We'll
I bet you there's a lot of gamblers that would disagree with you.
No, that's fair. But Balatro is one of those games where you can just kind of turn your brain off and just kind of chill with.
I will also disagree with that because if you turn your brain off, you're not going to win. Gambling is cozy. Yes, chat. That's what Temp is saying.
Not necessarily, but I understand what you mean. But I've also been playing it like when I start winding down for bed because it's just been one of those games I feel like I can turn my brain off and still enjoy. Either way, Nintendo has argued mods shouldn't be recognized as prior art and therefore are irrelevant to its ongoing lawsuit with Palworld creator Pocket Pair. As part of its defense against alleged copyright infringement of the Pokemon games, Pocket Pair has pointed to mods as an example of prior art that would invalidate Nintendo's patent claims. Specifically, it's highlighted the Pocket Souls Pokemon mod for Dark Souls 3, which allows players to capture and battle with enemies in the game. Now, in a response spotted by Game Fray, Nintendo is disputing the defense because it believes mods don't stand on their own as they require an original game to run on. As such, mods shouldn't be subject to patent infringement in the same way Palworld is.
No.
As Game Fray points out, game makers often look to mods for inspiration, so Pocket Pair's defense should be valid. PC Gamer reported Japanese courts have a history of siding with patent lawsuit defendants able to present examples of prior art. That's why Pocket Pair is using the Pokemon-themed mods as such an example, which Nintendo is now trying to invalidate. Earlier this month, Nintendo was granted a patent in the US based on the gameplay mechanic of summoning a sub-character to fight another, which covers whether the summoned character battles on player input or automatically. Games industry lawyer Richard Hogue told Eurogamer the patent is enforceable insofar as it has been granted, but Nintendo likely knows it got away with one here and would prefer not to make a court actually sign off. Don McGowan, former chief legal officer at the Pokemon Company, meanwhile, believes the patent will likely be ignored. Pocket Pair has disputed Nintendo's claims as part of the ongoing lawsuit, but has already accommodated changes to Palworld. So, Pocket Pair is using mods as a way to combat the lawsuit, and Nintendo is trying to invalidate that claim, is what this really is going on here.
Interesting move, not gonna lie. Also, chat,
It's a smart move.
Whole box of iron right there. Alright, go ahead, continue.
I would say this actually, it's good on Pocket Pair to use mods like that because it's very true.
Probably, yeah.
Again, I do think Pocket Pair will come out winning this. Nintendo has made too many moves that really would hurt their chances at winning this.
No, I would agree with that, yeah. It's just whether or not there's enough retardation for that to continue working, I guess.
I think what might get Nintendo the upper hand is they seem bullheaded enough to basically bash their face into a wall and see which one wins first. The face or the wall?
Probably the wall, I'm going to be real with you.
In this case, the wall is Pocket Pair. So, Now, as if costing $70 wasn't bad enough, fans say Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 look much worse on the Switch 2.
Do they really? Okay, show me.
So, when comparing Mario Galaxy on 3D All-Stars, I'm actually shocked in seeing they removed and made textures more simple. Going the be honest for the $40 price, the storybook parts and 4K are not enough, seeing how parts of the game look worse than 3D All-Stars. So, the one here, I'm guessing the one on the left is 3D All-Stars.
Is this a snapshot?
Yeah, this is a screenshot.
Oh, you can get the original tweet to zoom in on these?
I might be able to. Hold on.
If you can, because I do feel like...
That adds some great context. Let me see if I can find it. This is by...
I just think that would be a good thing to add to this. Why am I listening to Christmas music? I'm sorry, chat.
There you are.
It's not that time of the year.
Brilliant. Found the post.
Brilliant.
Okay. So, I'm guessing... Yeah, so they actually show the one on the left is 3D All-Stars. The one on the right is the Switch 2 version.
It's subtle. It is subtle, but I can tell the difference, kind of.
I can tell the difference too.
If we are to believe the compression of these pictures here are both accurate and they're like both high quality PNGs, you can definitely tell that this version is fuzzier.
Yeah, no, you can really see it on the like the rocks here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rock is here. The texture here is worse than the texture here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. They did all of the textures. I don't know why they would do that. It's really weird. I mean, let's see. Move to another picture. No, yeah, you can see this Goomba is shinier. And the texture, the grass texture is different. The left one's brighter. No, yeah, the left is definitely brighter.
Let's see if we can find an even better one. Oh, yeah. You know what? Here.
Wow, look at the house texture. The house texture is brighter. The grass texture is fuzzier on the right side, and the rock texture is all weird.
I want to point out, because I see someone say they did that because the texture was in 480 or 490p. Again, the one on the left was 3D All-Stars, the game that is now delisted and you cannot buy unless used.
Yeah, I own that one.
Whereas the one on the right is the Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 bundle on Switch 2.
No, yeah. I mean, like, if those textures were at 490, why can't they just like redo them and then splice? I don't know why they just don't redo them. Because this just looks like worse.
It looks worse.
It looks almost cheaper. I mean, I guess you get what you pay for $40, but like, oh my gosh, look at that's bad. Oh. Because again, if this is 3D All-Stars here, and then this isn't, man, that's sad.
It really is.
Nintendo, this is not the 4K texture refresh that you want me to pay for. I would not do that.
And they're saying a lot of the cost of like, oh, the reason this is $70 to $80 is because of the 4K. If you want 4K, you gotta give us the money. That's not 4K, Nintendo. Kiss my ass.
They don't own the original texture. Is that the case? Do they really not own the original texture for that?
You can even see the difference of like the metallic
the cable,
bit right
yeah.
here and here. It looks so much worse.
Is that really the case that they don't own the textures? That's hilarious. And they can't spend the time to... Like, broski, if you don't even want to spend the time to do that, just do a port without changing anything. Maybe shine them up. But, like, don't
be lazy. This is lazy.
It's extremely lazy. And I don't know.
And
you
the
promised
only
me
reason they're
4K
doing this
textures.
as well-
I expect 4K visual. This is bad.
And the only reason they're doing this as well, because the next Mario movie comes out literally next year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Mario Galaxy themed, which I still think is a bad idea. But, you know, we've talked about that last week. It's insane. I know a lot of chat actually calls me a Nintendo show, and I'm hating what Nintendo's doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've said it to, I don't know if I said it to you, I said it to Dom, where I said I will probably still buy Prime 4 because it is still coming to Switch 1.
But only because it's going to be on the Switch.
Exactly. If it was just because Switch 2, no, I wouldn't buy it. But because it is still Switch 1, because that's where I at least will give Nintendo some leeway, is when they announce a game for like a previous platform and then a new one comes out, they will still honor the original platform it was announced for.
Mm-hmm.
Like Breath of the Wild was originally announced for the Wii U. But then because it took so long to come out and it came out on the Switch, it came out on both Wii U and Switch.
Right. Did the Mario Movie Galaxy script actually leak?
I have not seen that, and I will not be looking at that because I actually am kind of interested in watching the movie.
Just Kendra, send it to me. I'll read it.
I guess on a final bit of Nintendo news. Hey, thank you, Festiva, for bringing this to my attention.
Oh yeah, I can't remember if I told him to. He might have told me he already sent it to you, but yeah, this was a kind of funny. Maybe this is because they can't get Indian people to do their shit now.
Yep, probably. Or because of the 100,000 HIV thing that Trump's doing.
They can get people from India to do this shit.
Nintendo is incredibly, like, they're cheapskates.
Yeah.
So that's probably what this is they're like, oh, well, if we can't outsource this to, you know, Indians or anyone that's not American, we're just gonna, you know, move this out of America.
I don't know. That is kind of funny, though.
It's been announced that Nintendo of America is discontinuing customer support in the United States, and instead is outsourcing the jobs to several Latin American countries, including Brazil, Argentina, and Nicaragua.
That's funny. Not scripts, I meant synopsis. Oh. Well, still, I want to see it. That would be funny.
Why Brazil? I don't know.
Brazil's cheap, I guess.
Brazil's cheap. Yeah. And they have a lot of tech in Brazil.
Do they really? Are they becoming the next India?
No, not that much, but they have a lot of people who are very much into tech in Brazil.
I see.
Either way, this is interesting. Tap, you can't say that word? What? What word? Nicaragua? Why? It's an actual country.
It is, yes. Chat, don't be racist now.
I did send you the articles. Yes. So I did see the articles. The only reason we're not going to look over them is just, like, what's it more that's going to tell us than just, hey, they're doing this? I'm not all that surprised that they're doing this.
They're just going to go for the cheapest that they can.
Exactly. Nintendo has always been, we're doing the cheapest option.
Yep.
There's a reason why their hardware has taken so long to catch up. And I'm not saying that they need to catch up, but...
Why third world countries? Because it's cheaper. Not right, but it is cheaper. You know?
And Nintendo would rather pay less than, like, do more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you remember that Stranger Things season 5 is coming out
soonish?
Soonish, yeah.
Do we know a date yet?
Yes, we have dates.
When?
I think it's like December, like late
December.
November to end of December.
This year or next year?
This year.
Oh, fuck. I hope my new roommate wants to watch that with me.
So, Doritos collaborated with Netflix to do Demogorgon Black Garlic Dip.
Basically, Venom cum. That's what everybody's been calling it.
Yes.
It's disgusting, by the way.
It is very much Venom cum.
Oh,
I
excuse
hate
me.
that.
I'm telling you right now, I am not touching this with a 50-foot pole. You know how much red
absolutely
dye went
not.
into the making that?
Yeah, there's enough dye to make that black. Yeah.
No, 100%, yeah. That's disgusting. Is the new roommate a she? No, chat.
Stranger Things is gay. New roommate. I mean, honestly, it hasn't been as good. Nothing has been as good as the first season.
You kind of are
I
correct.
still am not a huge fan of season 4. It was better than 3, but...
Yeah, anything is
better
better than 3,
Sorry,
I'll
better
be
than
honest.
2. Better than 2. Sorry, 2 was the worst one.
Yeah, I would say that you're right on that. Season
Sorry, the
2
whole
is really
11
bad.
arc of just like she goes emo.
Oh,
for, like,
dude,
several
I
episodes is
hated
like,
that
why?
so much.
Why?
So
Why?
much.
Slime Maverick
One moment.
discovered Mom has milkers and gave $5.
The first season was
Only
peak.
thing from
Like
the
it really
Mario
is.
Galaxy
It's hard to
slot
do
fine
more
looking
better than the
forward
first
to
season.
is Mario Galaxy OST reorchestrated. Best Nintendo
Is there a photo
soundtrack
of the
in my
drink? It's not a
opinion.
drink. It
Don't
is a
at me.
dip.
Yeah,
It is a
that is,
chip.
here, let me blow this up. That is the dip. That's a very pixelated picture. That is disgusting. Emo in the 80s? Yes. I love that think before you sleep. Put up a picture of purple ketchup.
Yeah.
It's so thick. Yes, Chad, it is very thick.
Easy square. Funky purple.
That's disgusting. It actually makes me want to throw up looking at it.
And they are doing a collaboration where they're like mixing, like
Stranger Pizza. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Stranger
I really
Pizza.
Don't know.
Listen, if a guy comes to me offering me Stranger Pizza, I am not buying that pizza from him.
Looks like someone wanted to make edible asphalt. It really does.
It really does. 100% it does. It's
But you know
just
what?
edible
It
asphalt.
I remember Grinch themed Easy Squirt. Oh god, yeah. It was green.
Wait, really?
Ugh. Yes.
Did it come from Jim Carrey himself?
Jim Carrey's come. You're welcome. Enjoy that thought. You're welcome.
Here's the bad thing. The Grinch and Eggman together. Oh, that's terrifying.
He did do the Grinch face during Sonic tours.
Did he really?
Yeah, he
That's
did.
funny.
Like when they were doing a lot of their interviews for the marketing push for Sonic 1, I believe. He did do the Grinch face again.
That's funny. Been a while, I'm sure. Straight up tar pitch? Yes. Yes, chat.
Yeah.
This is like one of those things where I'm looking to RFK saying, can you please ban/outlaw this? Because
Just ban this.
just like, listen, forget about video games and outlaw this because we don't need kids putting black tar heroin into their bodies.
Sorry. What's Skullface put in the chat?
Your Coomer. Oh no, chat. Black bean dip is the closest edible thing I can consider. Yeah, but that's black beans. This is not black beans.
Here's the thing. The fact you can see a shine on this.
I don't think the real thing is going to shine. I'm going to be real with you.
No, I don't. I don't even think this is what it looks like. But still, like, the fact that this image has like literal glare on it is disgusting.
Listen, I only want a couple things to glare like that, and one of them is a woman. All right?
Yep, agreed.
I don't want food that I'm supposed to put in my body to glow like latex. All right? Just still a little too much for me. I'm going to be real.
We blame Temp. He is a monitorol. Well, you're welcome. RFK
So-
would love this. It looks like sewage. Yeah.
Buddy, I stopped drinking Gatorade when a buddy showed me it stains concrete. That's disgusting. See, chat, I I needed to get electrolytes while I was sick, and the closest thing I found was vitamin water and Gatorade. I decided to get a little of both, but
there's a reason I never drank Monster. It was either Monster or Mountain Dew. I think it was Monster.
Hey, now Ava's around here, so
where my mother showed me a video of pouring Monster on asphalt, and it literally melted the asphalt.
Okay, listen. Your mom liked to show you a lot of videos that probably came from Facebook.
Fair, yes.
You are gonna listen. I don't know if Ava's in the chat right now. Ava, I need you to go pour some of your precious Monster on the asphalt outside. All right, and I need you to get back to me in 24 hours to tell me, one, if it's still, if you can still get it back, and two, if it actually stains the asphalt. Ow.
Poor global temp. No, you never want to trust Facebook ever. Ever. Because Randy will take a while, we're going to talk about one other thing that we had to talk about tonight.
Okay. Fan service. Oh boy. I forgot. Wasn't there like a conversation about fan service recently?
Yes. So, fan service is a necessity for the medium to thrive, like it or not.
I'm not blowing up that picture just because of the boobs right there.
Yeah. Fan service, the only reason I am is just because it is in an article that is publicly safe in Japan.
But this is in Japan.
Just saying,
MommaOcco.
huh?
This is in Japan.
It's true. Fan service, just saying the phrase is enough to spark an online flame war. Some fans defend it as part of an anime's DNA, while others deride it as a cheap, unnecessary, or even harmful. The truth, as is often the case, is somewhere in the middle. But here's the reality. Anime has always dealt with sexuality and adult themes, and pretending otherwise isn't just inaccurate, it's counterproductive. When handled with intention, fan service can enhance storytelling, add depth to characters, and reflect human experiences that are both awkward and intimate. Rejecting it outright, as has become increasingly popular among a generation already struggling with social anxieties around intimacy, risks stripping anime of a cultural nuance that has defined it for decades. Anime has never shied away from adult themes, from the psychological trauma explored in Neon Genesis Evangelion to the mature romance in Nana or Inuyasha. Sexuality and relationships have always been part of the medium. Fan service, whether in the form of playful humor, character vulnerability, or even tension in battle scenes, has long served as a way to both humanize and complicate characters. Of course, not all fan service is created equal. Some is clumsy, gratuitous, or feels tacked on for shock value, but some is deliberate, woven into the plot in a way that heightens character development or even stakes to a narrative. Dismissing it wholesale ignores the diversity of how it's been used and how it can function as a meaningful storytelling device.
There's the plot of Kill la Kill, and then there's the plot of Kill la Kill, and I enjoy both of them.
I completely agree, and I think that's a great example of what they're talking about here.
I think I don't know if it was the Kill la Kill animators or somebody from Kill la Kill that talked about it. Could be wrong,
I don't remember. I think you are right, though. Anyway,
I want to say an animator came out and talked about it and said it needs to exist, basically.
No, yeah. Armpits is love, armpits is life. No.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Temp hates armpits, chat.
I don't hate armpits.
He's an armpit disrespecter.
But titty?
You gotta get the landlords to excise Temp. He's an armpit disrespecter.
Yep. And look, if you like armpits, it's fine. I will publicly shame you for feet, though.
Listen, you can leave the mermaid out of this, man. She doesn't need to be brought into your shame. Your Republican religious shame. How dare you? Continue.
In recent years, criticism of fan service has become louder and more mainstream. Oh, we know. God, we know. Social media has amplified video or voices that frame it as outdated or inappropriate, and studios have taken note. Anime, once brimming with suggestive humor or provocative tension, now often opts for safer, sterilized narratives meant to avoid controversy. This cultural shift isn't happening in isolation. Studies and surveys suggest that younger generations are increasingly anxious about intimacy. Rising social isolation, digital-first lifestyles, and a climate of hypercritical online discourse have contributed to a climate where many people are more comfortable avoiding depictions of sex altogether. That discomfort is understandable, but it has consequences. When audiences demand anime scrub itself clean of adult themes, they're making the medium to deny a part of the human experience. Art is supposed to make us uncomfortable at times. It's supposed to push boundaries, not just soothe them. The best uses of fan service are never just about the surface. They're about what the moment reveals. Consider when a character's composure slips into an awkward situation, showing vulnerability that strengthens their bond with another, or when a suggestive scene underscores the intensity of a relationship, tightening the stakes of a drama to come. Even a battle-heavy shonen series have shown how sexuality and physicality can influence combat dynamics, character motivations, and audience investment. I mean, we just talked about Kill la Kill.
Yep.
Literally, you could Kill la Kill. Straight up. At its most effective, fan service can be funny, poignant, or even tragic. It can humanize characters by showing sides of them that might otherwise remain hidden. Rejecting that entirely robs anime of one of its most distinctive strengths.
Like being horny.
Its ability to embrace extremes, both emotional and aesthetic, in ways Western media often avoids. This isn't an argument for uncritical acceptance of all fan service. Anime still struggles with lazy tropes, objectification, and tonal whiplash when fan service is handled poorly. Those issues deserve critique. But the answer isn't censorship by culture, nor the growing trend of blanket rejection. The answer is discernment. We should be asking whether fan service serves the story, the character, or the emotional truth of the scene. When it does, it deserves appreciation, not dismissal. Anime has always thrived on its ability to explore themes that other mediums shy away from. Pretending that sexuality has no place in it not only misrepresents its history, but also denies audiences the chance to engage with stories that reflect real human complexity. Anime is bold because it doesn't always play safe. It's emotional, dramatic, awkward, and sometimes messy. That's what makes it resonate. Removing sexuality and adult themes out of fear or discomfort risks sanding down the edges that make it unique. As more anime crosses into mainstream Western markets, there will always be tension over what is appropriate. But instead of sanitizing the medium, we should embrace its range. Fan service can be tasteless, or it can be transformative. The difference is intention. If the next generation of fans learns to reject it entirely, not because of poor execution, but out of anxiety about intimacy itself, anime risks losing part of its cultural soul, and that's something worth fighting against. Completely agree.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of sad because I know a lot of family members that are like upset with the, and I'm not talking parents. I'm talking young adults that are just like, oh, anime's too sexual, and it's just like, not really.
Yep.
Not really. I mean, like, you know, if you don't like a little bit of tits in your anime that includes women, like, what's wrong with you?
Exactly. No, I completely agree. It's like, and there are some animes that maybe, like,
they're ecchi.
Too far.
They're ecchi.
Kill
They're
la
not
Kill
for
is
you.
one that I would say pushes it too far. If you're not into that, you're not into that. That's fine.
Yeah, but the whole meaning of the show is clothing. That's different.
No, I know. But, like, if you're not into what that brings, that's okay. I think the idea of, like, not every game is for everyone applies to the same response to the anime.
I would also say that Kill la Kill has some very weird parental, like, child relationships in it. That like,
it does.
Kill la Kill is more than just, like, fan service. It also has some very weird, very, very weird, like, dynamic setup I think the thing with Kill la Kill is sometimes you're meant to feel gross watching it, especially with Ragyo in there. It just, like, tilts you the fuck out and makes you want to, like, it makes you feel a little reclusive, and that's kind of, it does a really good job doing that. It's a good way to start storytelling, and that's kind of why I liked Kill la Kill, like it makes you feel gross, but by the same token, that also helps you to hate the characters.
Yep.
That you're supposed to hate. Because like, and maybe this is just me going on a tangent, but I've always felt that Kill la Kill did a good job at making me not hate who I thought the antagonist was, and instead making me really hate who the real antagonist was long before I figured out who the real antagonist was.
Yeah. Ironically, did I send you that Hollow Knight Kill la Kill
No,
video?
no, you did not.
So we can actually watch that if you want.
Does it have copyrighted shit in it?
It has one of the main themes, like from the opening in it.
Probably shouldn't like play the music though.
We don't have to play the audio, but we can play because it's anime. It's its own animation. It's not.
Sure. Then it should be fine as long as we don't play the audio. It should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like Hollow Knight, but with Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it does a really good job at kind of describing a similar idea of like what Kill la Kill represents. And while it is Hollow Knight, it still does the same job that what Kill la Kill is trying to push.
Oh, that's funny.
In fact, chat, I'm going to post the article in my Discord. If you like the content I produce, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, join the Discord. It is the best place to know when I go live.
You know what? This is pretty decent.
So I highly recommend joining the Discord, and we are 11 subs away from 600. So I greatly appreciate the continued support as we approach year 3 of streaming.
Is it really year 3 for you?
In April, it'll be year 3.
Damn.
But there's a bit of this. I actually saw someone point out that it shouldn't be this way.
Oh, the grubs in the background. I hope that Magma isn't watching, because this isn't really spoilers, but by the same token, it kind of does have some spoilers in it.
So this is the scene in this that I saw people really kind of like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because...
Well, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, because again, Magma's probably listening.
This it's not a spoiler. They kind of point out that, and I'm going to use Kill la Kill logic. In the original version of this intro, they had Ryuko and I'm blanking on the name of her friend on the other side, on one side.
She has like 4 or 5 friends. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
The main one. I'm blanking on
the
her
main
name.
one, the littler one.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name either, but
And then on the other side was Satsuki.
Mm-hmm.
So in the logic of that, it should be the Knight on one end and Hornet on the other, because that kind of was the same dynamic there.
Yeah, but no, I disagree. I feel like the Knight is decent to this, because like what is Hornet controlling all those bugs right there? No, she's not. Like
no, but this is something that you do need to consider. Is besides
Mako?
Hornet, there is not really an antagonist.
Still, I don't feel like it fits, because again, like Hornet's not controlling these hordes here, so I just don't. It doesn't work.
I mean, I get it, but I also understand that this could be different. Again, it's still fantastic.
Listen,
it's still done very well.
Here's what I'll tell you. From the moment I played Hollow Knight and I first discovered Hornet, I never saw her as an antagonist. I saw her as a teacher.
A rival.
Not even a rival, a teacher. So, like, I don't even feel like it would fit on that either. Because, like, she's never been the bad guy. She's just been the, I don't trust you, might have to take you down kind of deal. So, yeah. I don't feel like she would fit on that side at all, period. That's just me, though. Anyway.
But I guess on the note of Hollow Knight, we got some sales numbers. Thank you, Pirate Nation, for this. Silksong has reportedly sold 3.2 million copies on Steam, 500,000 on PlayStation, and 500,000 on Switch.
Cool. That's a lot.
It is a lot. But when you consider that amount of like copies sold, on top of the fact that it's $20, we already predicted what? They made 3 million off just Steam alone on day one?
Something like that. They've sold 4.2 million copies. Times that by 20, divide by 30, just across the board, and you have roughly about how much money they probably made.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to assume that, like, the other platforms take, like, a 20 to 30% cut, so I'm going to be generous and just say 30 across the board.
Yeah.
Where's my calculator?
No,
There's my calculator. Okay, hold on a moment. Let's see. 4.2. Hold on. I'm doing this wrong. 4,200,000.
And yeah, I would do this,
20
but Occo is definitely more of the math person than I am.
Divided by 30. Okay, so let's see here. 84 minus 28. They've made roughly $5.6 million after the percentage cut from other platforms.
Yeah.
That's not hard math, by the way.
No, it's not. But yo, but this means that Team Cherry probably made back what they spent.
Probably.
Because they're already living practically rent-free off of the sales of the first game.
Uh-huh. $100 billion.
That's nice, but Activision 33 is still Game of the Year. So what I want to do on the day of the Game Awards, I think we did it last year, where we streamed the Game Awards. I'm considering doing that again this year. Again, we're still many months away. It's in December. So it is very much up to consideration on how we would do it. But I think that could still be very fun to do.
Uh-huh. We'll wait and see.
On the note of Silksong, so have you heard of a game called Hell Is Us? You don't have a media share channel in your Discord? You could use General Avenged.
For now. Temp will fix it later.
You've heard of a game called Hell Is Us, right?
No.
Okay. It's kind of like a Souls game, not really. But
okay.
Hell Is Us creative director called the surprise release of Hollow Knight Silksong a little callous, believing it had an impact on his game sales. I'm getting real sick of people like this.
Well, I can't sell my game because people are selling their games right when I want to. It's called capitalism, bitch. Nobody agreed to terms to this. You are just upset that they sold before you. I don't care.
If Team Cherry abided by the like how AAA devs and how indie devs and all this stuff, I felt because like, oh, it was like this. Silksong would literally never release.
No, it would never release because everybody would try and release something to keep them, because everybody knows that Silksong is like beloved and everybody is waiting for it. So if they just like try to force Silksong to never come out, it would never come out. I don't care if your game is like suffering because Silksong has been waited for 7 years. I don't care.
Exactly. And this shouldn't matter. Because if you create a competent product, then you need to rely on word of mouth.
Yeah, I've been playing Minecraft for the past like 10 years, and like even though I eventually will go back to Hollow Knight, like, I will still play what I am interested in playing at the time. Not everybody's gonna stick around and play Hollow Knight forever. I just, oh my gosh.
I mean, people will play it for a long time, and Silksong will probably be able to do just as well for the next, year.
Yeah, I just don't care when these people are like upset. It's just like, make a better game then that captures people's attention more, or just release it later. I don't know what else to say. The Fun Cartel.
Now, I'm gonna leave this to you. Do we want to talk about the one other Silksong thing that you brought up to me earlier?
Which one?
The Nemesis.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to or not.
All right, listen. Okay, I'll just say it briefly, and then we can move on. I guess. My nemesis decided to rage quit Silksong. Okay. Oh, that it's kind of funny, but
it's funny.
I've been told it's in the hardest area of the game, so maybe he'll re-download it one day, but he uninstalled it. Okay, that's fine.
Here is my response. I beat Consort Radon before the patch. Bite me, you can do this, coward.
I don't care. I don't really feel like that's worth talking about, honestly.
It's not. I just thought it was funny.
It is funny. I just don't care. I don't know. I just don't care.
In the end, it's a we don't care, but it's funny, especially to clown on someone who I know can do it. They're just a coward.
It was one of those things where I saw it for like a minute, and I was like, okay, moving on.
Moving on.
I'll let Temp see this to get a brief laugh, and then we'll move on.
No, I just thought it was funny. I'm probably not gonna get back until to Silksong. The Silksong guy who said people have jobs. No, I have not seen that. I'm playing the first Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight 1 is great. I highly recommend it.
I jumped back into it briefly for an hour or two, and I already felt
why did you do that?
Just because sometimes you need to go back to something old in order to sometimes feel like you can jump back into the new thing.
Realistically, I will probably end up one day streaming both the base Hollow Knight and Silksong.
Yeah. The Nemesis.
It's just a matter of when.
Yes, chat. The Nemesis.
I
need a new trash can. In Minecraft.
I guess we'll talk about this real quick, and then we'll move on to Randy Pitchford.
Yes.
Baldur's Gate 3 dev says patents like Nintendo's are too often used in bad faith.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, is this a video?
Did you not pre-screen it before we decided to watch it?
I saw there used to be an article here. Oh well. And I can't even play the video. Probably because it's counted as a fucking ad and I have an ad blocker on.
That's
Bite
funny.
me, Games Radar. No, you don't get that. Never mind. Fuck you.
All right, then we move on to
Randy Pitchford. Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford insults players over Borderlands 4 launch issues. Code your own engine.
Oh boy. Learn to code. A lot of people have learned to code and they say you suck.
Another day, another instance of Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford showing what not to do as a public-facing business leader. This time offering his demonstration by way of meeting the understandable disappointment many fans felt over Borderlands 4's rough launch date with frantic, insulting condensation. Now,
that face is terrifying, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care if that's a woman, that face is still terrifying.
I do want to add some context to this. I have, at this moment, finished Borderlands 4. At least its campaign. I'm not, done with it.
No.
But what I can say is I have greatly enjoyed this game, and what the devs have done is the best thing since Borderlands 2.
Uh-huh.
Which is a great accomplishment. And it really makes me frustrated when Randy opens his mouth, because it really is hurting what the devs have actually done.
Uh-huh.
And what the devs have actually done is created a competent product.
He's tone deaf? Yes, he is tone deaf, chat. He thinks
Randy's
you're poor.
Very tone deaf.
He thinks you're poor, chat. Can't pay for a game? You're poor.
Hitting the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows platforms September 12th, with a Switch 2 version coming on October 3rd. The latest entry in the definitionally Reddit series debuted to a less than warm reception among players. But rather than taking issue with the series' signature writing, which, let's be honest, who could blame them if they did, the public was instead frustrated with just how terribly unoptimized Borderlands 4 actually was. With PC-based Vault Hunters reporting that no matter how powerful their own hardware, they were still encountering frame rate stutters and regular game crashes, even they could get the game to run at all. And it's just a bunch of bad reviews saying like this game is just unoptimized. For a deeper dive, noted computer technology and video game centric news outlet Digital Foundry opened their most Digital Foundry Direct Weekly with a comparative breakdown of Borderlands 4's performance issues. As a negative sentiment against his brand new game began to build, the aforementioned Pitchford took to his personal Twitter account to offer players not a fix to his studio's sloppy craftsmanship, but a set of number of tips on how to properly optimize one's own system. If you're playing Borderlands 4 on PC and want to boost your performance, at MommaOcco shared this settings tip where he was able to jump from 90 to 160 FPS. I hear he'll be posting the full video soon, and you can watch him play on Twitch. Now, no slight against Moxie. Moxie's been a great content creator for years, and he's definitely been powering through it, and, props to Moxie. But it really sucks when Randy has to propel, like, hey, if you want to know how to optimize your game, go watch the content creator.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, no, it definitely can make things complicated because he's kind of like thrusting a content creator into a position that they are not necessarily ready to be put in or need to be put in.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Quickie, for my console friends, motion blur, not us. We aren't down with motion blur and do not support it. If you're seeing what it seems to be motion blur, maybe check your television settings for whatever automatic BS it might be doing to your image. It's not us. I know I had motion blur turned on when I turned the game on. But, I always check for that shit. As a longtime PC player, that's some of the shit I check for immediately. Because motion blur is sickening, and you all are.
It depends on the person. Is there motion blur in Minecraft?
Randy needs a Tard Wrangler. Randy does need a Tard Wrangler.
Do I have motion blur in Minecraft? I don't think so.
Pitchford even attempted to write off the inability for players on more recent PC hardware to play the game at max settings by dismissing their inability to play the game according to their preferred settings as a fair trade for their ability to play the game. We had customer service work prove through settings tweaks only being able to climb up to 120 plus on PC in Borderlands 4 with 3 or 4 year old hardware. Your mileage may vary, but please consider using the tools available to you to tune your own balance between FPS resolution and graphics features. There are many PC hardware component and graphic settings combinations, as there are in guns in Borderlands 4. Billions. And with the right setting, you can turn a gray drop into green, blue, or even purple gear. We're doing a lot of work on our end to help to automate these settings better as we parse the huge amount of telemetry coming in. But you don't have to wait for a patch to get nice frame rate in Borderlands 4. We'll do more to share tips and guidance also. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I will admit, Borderlands 3, when it first came out, also had performance issues. And this seems to be a common trend with PC games.
It's just yeah, I would say PC games overall.
Because Monster Hunter World also came out on PC with performance issues and was eventually fixed.
And
now Gearbox and Capcom are two different companies, but...
Here's my question. Why do why is it mostly PCs that have this as an issue?
Because a lot of these companies prefer to focus on the console. because the console will bring these companies more money.
Yeah, but we just showed that Hollow Knight made a lot of money on Steam, which is not a console. I don't get that, man. How do these people not know that the money is that's so dumb. That's so fucking retarded. I don't get these people. These people are stupid. All right, I don't get it.
Again, these companies really try pushing console. And that's why a lot of PC platforms don't have the optimization. A lot of it is also de novo. You know, because de novo don't exist and should never exist.
I just don't get it, man, because like consoles are becoming less and less and less and less popular over the years. So these people should learn by now where they should put their eggs.
Yep.
And they don't. And this is why they're sucking, because they're choosing a platform that gets historically way less like usage out of it now. People are retarded.
I know a lot of you are dead set on playing at 4K with ultra max settings and using 2 or 3 year old hardware. You do you. But Borderlands 4 and Unreal Engine 5 are doing a lot, and for me that trade-off for frames isn't worth it. I will admit personally 4K is a fad. If you enjoy using 4K, I'm glad for you, but 4K is a fad.
4K is a fad, yes.
From MommaOcco.
The max I personally rather have is 1440p. I even played Borderlands 4 at 1440p at the second highest setting. Not, the max graphical setting, because I don't think Borderlands actually needs that because of its unique art style. And my computer does not hate me. I don't think I've ever actually crashed once. But that's me. I'm also running very modern hardware. But in the defense of a lot of other people, a lot of people are actually running 9950X 3Ds, 5090s, and still having issues.
Right.
So it's really luck of the draw. But at the same time, a lot of these people having issues, I'm not going to defend Randy here, but a lot of the people here that use, the 5090 and the 9950X 3D CPUs are trying to play max settings, everything capped out, 4K, and they will not tolerate anything less because they want to push their hardware to the maximum. When you don't really need to push your hardware to the maximum. Ever.
No, you never really should. I'll be honest with you.
Didn't 5090s just debut this year? Yes.
But here's the other... Well, okay, yes, they debuted this year, but they also suck as well. So you can't really say that, like, having a 5090 is going to make it easier as well, because the 5090 sucks. I mean,
it is still the best card on the market. It is a fantastic card. It's just NVIDIA... NVIDIA
is focusing on AI data centers. That's what they're doing right now.
Yep. I know a lot of you are dead set on playing. We already talked about that. I play at 1440p with settings super high, and I'm super happy with that trade-off. The game looks amazing at 1440p. If you're not 4K stubborn and just want to have a great fun time with higher preferences, please consider running at a 1440p resolution. If you got a beast of a video card, you're probably fine at 4K. But if you're in the middle or close to minimum specs, I would definitely recommend making that trade. And he's right, like, if you're on PC, tune your settings to what best fits you. But Randy's still a dumbass.
Right.
In turn, hit with both a question as to the specs of the supposed PC, he had used to perform this test, and a frustrated jab regarding the fact that, well, it's great you're offering help, it would have been better to build it with the most common hardware in the first place. Pitchford would launch into a strangely defensive tirade that included boasts about Borderlands 4's quality, the goalposts regarding hardware being moved from "it's not meant for less than new PCs" to "it's not meant for PCs that are a decade old," and doubling down on his insistence that, in the words of the Simpsons' Principal Seymour Skinner, it's the children who are wrong. The minimum and recommended specs are published. The most common hardware is a 4-year-old cell phone. Borderlands 4 is a premium game made for premium gamers. Just as Borderlands 4 cannot run on the PlayStation 4, it cannot be expected to run on too old PC hardware. Unlike on PlayStation and Xbox, we cannot prevent a PC player with suboptimal hardware for the game. We cannot prevent a PC player with suboptimal hardware for the game from trying to play it. So some try and get mad, and some have actual issues that we need to fix. And some need to learn how their PCs work at the high end for this specific game in 2025 and use the tools available to them to find the right balance between frame rate, resolution, and graphics features. This is not a game made to run on 10-year-old PCs. This game uses full capabilities in a modern bus. In layman's terms, a data communication system. CPU and GPU. If you're trying to drive a monster truck with a leaf blower's motor, you're going to be disappointed. If you discover your system can't run the game well by accident or wishful thinking and or don't want to try to mess with settings to make things good enough for you, please use the refund feature on Steam rather than have a subpar experience.
Oh.
Randy, you did not just tell people to refund the game because the game doesn't function because your team did not optimize it correctly.
I can't believe he just said to refund the game. What am I making? I'm making a TNT duper that should work in this snapshot because it was posted, or in this version because it was posted a month ago. Should. I'll show it working here when it's done.
Pitchford was then met with another Twitter user who bluntly critiqued, or just an idea here, make your game look good without relying on AI upscaling. To which he condescendingly replied, why don't you do it, Smarty Pants? Code your own engine and show us how it's done, please. We'll be your customer when you pull it off. The people doing it now are clearly dumb and don't know what they're doing, and all the support and recommendations and code and architecture from the world's greatest hardware companies and tech companies working with the world's greatest real-time graphics engine coders don't know what you seem to know. /sarcasm. Randy, that's not the comment you make.
How about you do it? I think it's you, child, that needs to make it, not us. You need to be the one to make the system. We will just buy it from you when you're done.
Yeah. And this isn't the first time Randy's done this either.
Randy, what the fuck, man?
And, well, I don't want to say that Gearbox is wholly incompetent. Stellar Blade released on UE5 and it runs very well. Clair runs on UE5 and runs very well. Abiotic Factor runs on UE5 and runs very well. I'm not going to claim UE5 is a good engine because it has its issues. Good God, does it have its issues. But these devs found ways to make it run better. How did you not? And this is why it's weird to try and defend Gearbox, because I do believe that Borderlands 4 is a competent product. As a game, ignoring performance issues, ignoring Randy, as a game, it's very competent. But then you look at the performance issues, you then look at UE5, like, there's a lot of issues.
Yes, chat, I died. That was the intent, technically.
From there, Pitchford would attempt to defend Borderlands 4's launch date by pointing to the fact that per their customer service team, only a small percentage of players were unable to solve their issues with simple settings tweaks. That is less than 1% of 1%, 0.01% of customers using customer support tickets for valid performance issues, which is less than 1/5 of the users separately using customer service to get help with Twitch drops. This reality is dramatically different than what you would expect if your only sources of information were, say, certain internet threats. As for this article's publication, Gearbox has not yet announced any fixes for Borderlands 4's performance issues. As of the time of now, they have, and a patch has come out that addresses some of them.
Thank God.
In fact, the game actually, I was already not having any issues when the game came out, and having played it since that patch came out, it does actually run even better.
Well, that's good.
So they definitely did make some good changes.
My bet is that they heard what Randy said and they're like, fuck, now we have to optimize the game.
No, they were probably already going to. Again, I said this on, I believe it was my Suicide Squad stream, where a lot of people probably would have criticized the performance issues, but probably still would have enjoyed the experience. But then Randy opened his mouth.
That seems to be a problem, is he knows how to open his mouth, he just doesn't know what to focus it on.
Exactly.
That was a gay joke,
like,
by the way.
You can criticize this stuff, and it's okay to criticize, because if you don't have feedback, you're not going to be able to notice things. Like if you are cooking a meal and you see what you put into it, but then the person that's eating your food is like, I don't know about this. What did you put in there? And you describe it, and they're like, okay, well, that was the problem. Maybe next time, don't do that. That's feedback that should be accepted, and no matter what you're doing. And, you know, in terms of this, is like, if there's performance issues, there's genuine feedback that could be learned from this. And then Randy,
who doesn't do that, it sounds like.
Again, he's a mouthpiece. He's not a developer.
And what the fuck is he doing there? I thought he was actually a developer that worked on like the first game.
He was a co-founder of Gearbox.
Okay.
He started the damn company. He's just the CEO.
He's a bad CEO is what he is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
At least he's not Pete Parsons.
No.
That's another level of what the fuck.
No, but Pete Parsons is not there anymore, thankfully.
Thank God.
But his replacement is much worse.
Rather than just getting off of social media and working on a fix, Pitchford has instead chosen the classic move of posting through it. His most recent multi-tweet defense even started with the audacious declaration that every PC gamer must accept the reality of the relationship between their hardware and the software they are running is doing.
See, I learned that relationship voluntarily. Some people don't want to learn that. Some people just want to plug in. Like, literally, I watched a video today. This is how... Now, this is not everybody, all right? This is DSP levels of people. Some people plug in their computer, don't know why when they plug in the Ethernet port that the Ethernet port won't work, and then just decide that the computer's broken. He has to make the game dumb enough for people like that to plug in and play. And optimize it for those people. If you can't do that, they're just people that won't buy it.
Yep. No, absolutely.
Sorry, I just had to include that because I'm now getting into making fun of DSP.
Fair. So, I know we mentioned Larian earlier, and that article was broken. Thank you, Games Radar. But Games Radar had another article. Baldur's Gate 3 publishing director feels bad for Borderlands 4 devs, who are just trying really hard to make players happy as Randy Pitchford fights back against performance criticism. Baldur's Gate 3's publishing director, Michael Dowse, has commented on the ongoing Randy Pitchford crashout, and is pretty conflicted on it. Borderlands 4 launched to the series' best launch on Steam, but despite that, PC performance issues have been the main point of discussion among fans, and more importantly from Gearbox boss Randy Pitchford, who hasn't stopped tweeting about them. Pitchford has been saying some definitely not PR-approved lines, including, I bet you have emotions and expectations that you feel aren't sufficiently attended to, and please get a refund from Steam if you aren't happy. Responding to this, one Twitter user argues, let Uncle Randy free, I don't want a corpo, HR-approved boilerplate response. To which the Larian publishing director says, I agree. It is nice to see a man let his freak flag fly. Oh
dear.
Oh. However, it's not as simple as finding the ongoing crash out funny and interesting, because as Dowse notes, I feel bad for his teams who are just trying to really hard to make players happy, which considering the Borderlands 4 boss told players please get a refund, and if you're not happy using the tools available to you to improve frame rate and you're not happy with the frame rate you have, you should play a different game. That follow-up is even more pertinent. While I do agree with Dowse that it's nice to see a developer being able to speak freely in a way that doesn't feel like boilerplate PR speak, Pitchford's Twitter rants have definitely blown things up from being your standard bad PC performance complaints to a bit of a show. Yeah, no, I agree. Randy has stoked the fire. BG3 devs seem like very lovely people. Larian is just
Goated.
Larian is fantastic. A lot of their devs, because that's the thing is like, Larian is built up of people who make games. They make games that they want to play.
Yeah.
A lot of developers today, especially in AAA, make games to make money. Which, you know, making games to make money is decent. It's a good motivator. But if you're making a game with the sole intention of making money and not making a game that you yourself would want to play in the process,
you're not going to enjoy it.
You're not going to enjoy it, exactly. That's why Baldur's Gate 3 took several years to make. So yeah, Randy had his crash out, and I'm sure that Randy's crash out is not even close to being done yet.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
Oh dear. That's not good.
Because Randy's crash out, his crash outs usually last a while.
Uh-huh.
I still have yet to finish Divinity 2. I still have yet to finish all of the content, like the priority content in Baldur's Gate 3. I still have yet to finish a Dirge playthrough.
Temp has yet to do his 3rd or 4th playthrough. And I have yet to get out of Act 1.
No, you got to Act 2.
No, I didn't get outside of the prelude to Act 2.
Oh. You didn't get out of the crash.
No, I didn't. I never left.
Oh.
I gave up because I was like,
you are still in Act 1.
I gave up because I was like,
Occo with an RPG. You will never see Occo finish an RPG.
Not true. I finished RPGs before. Hollow Knight is done.
Hollow Knight's not an RPG.
I disagree.
Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania. It is a platformer.
It's a platformer RPG.
Nope.
All right. Well, the Yippies agree with me, so you're wrong.
Fair. So this is interesting.
Can't believe you agreed with me, chat.
Undertale's 10th anniversary.
Oh, we knew that this was coming.
We are doing 2 consecutive days of streams where we play through the game. The event will run across 2 days at 4 p.m. Pacific time on September 20th and 21st. Now, again, today was the last day of it, so I actually saw it was live earlier. But if you missed it, I'm sure the VODs will be there.
Cool. Oh, fuck, I need
thought
sponges.
it'd be fun to bring up the fact that Undertale is 10 years old.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight's as much of an RPG as Mario is a beat-em-up. Thank you.
I agree with the dog. You can't agree with the dog. The dog is not, right.
Lies and slander.
Mm-hmm.
I
I played Undertale, chat. Temp can't say I didn't play Undertale, because I did.
No, I will not say you didn't play Undertale, because I know you did. I've never finished
And
Undertale.
you have never played Undertale.
No, that's false. I have. I've not finished
You've not
it.
finished Undertale.
Because the reason why I've never finished it is every time I go to save the game and I close the game down, I come back to it, and my save file is always gone.
That sounds like a skill issue.
Oh my God, she's got milkers.
And I'm sorry, I'm not
Red
playing
Hair
Undertale
Cross discovered
that many
Mom has
times.
milkers and gave
I'm going to use the
$5.
restroom real quick.
MommaOcco.
You go ahead and do
It's
super
time
chats.
for your
Okay.
11:30 p.m. tentacle flattening.
That sounds terrifying, chat. Please don't do that. Thank you, Red Hair Cross. Let me go through these supas that I didn't get to. Very much appreciated, chat. Remember, by the way, chat, join the Discord. And also, if you want to get away from energy drinks and you want to get some focus in you, or you want some sleep powder that you can shove down your throat like it's a cinnamon, don't do that, by the way. You can save 10% using code MommaOcco10 at Advanced GG. Flattening begins. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anyway. Anyway. Let me read some of these here, and then we'll continue. Temp, by the way, said that this stream would only be 3 hours because he's got other shit to do. So when we're done with that, I might raid you into Mizu. Mizu's reading another Google Docu tonight. Anyway, Mercenary for 10. Evening, everyone. Looks like there's nothing going on at the Charlie Kirk event. Yeah, I heard that it was pretty clean. I heard that there was some scares, but for the most part, it's clean. Thank God, and most of all, it's raining here in SoCal. I think God is crying. I hope those are tears of joy. I doubt God's crying, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know. That maybe, I don't know. Sly for 5, Dogwave tax, also I'm poor. Well, I'm assuming you mean that you're poor because Randy Pitchford says you're poor. But if you yourself are poor, sir, don't excuse me, what am I saying here? If you need to save money, don't throw me money. If you're poor, please don't throw me money. All right, because you should take care of yourself first. Mercenary for 5 again. When was the last time the Cardinal Stadium used the overflow? That crowd had to be over 200K. I have no idea. I've never seen the stadium. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of dockies. Well, that is why Mizu reads them on his channel. Mizu reads them because nobody else would basically. But you know, it is whatever. It is what it is. Sly for 2, Happy Earth, Wind, and Fire Day. Do you remember? I do remember indeed. Girthy Banana. Fake, tell that to my heart. I don't know what you mean, Girthy Banana. Gonna have to explain just a little bit. Thank you for the 2, though. Sly again for 5. Only thing for Mario Galaxy stuff I look forward to is Mario Galaxy OST Reorchestrated. Best Nintendo soundtrack, in my opinion. Don't at me. It is a pretty good soundtrack, I'll be honest with you. I ain't poor. Okay, that's good. That's good, that's good.
I still prefer Sunshine soundtrack to Galaxies. Galaxies is very good, but Sunshine?
I'd say both are decent. Both are pretty
Sunshine's
decent. Great. Mercenary again for 5. I poured Monster on asphalt and then seen that thing do damage, not to mention those markers on the monster can are Hebrew letters. Look it up. I feel like people make more out of the Hebrew characters than it really matters, but, you know, that's just me. David Gonzalez for 5. As a Borderlands fan, Randy has been hated since the beginning, and that is something that this other fan sitting right next to me would probably tell you as well.
No, it's very true, and it makes me feel really bad because as a franchise, I love it. It's just Randy.
Yeah.
Randy's always been a problem, and Randy will always be a problem. I do hope now that Gearbox is owned by 2K, that 2K will hard wrangle him, but I doubt it.
You know, I'm thinking about getting rid of this tree farm I'm looking at. I just need to make sure it works. Anyway, continue.
Did you finish Supers?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. PlayStation 6 could be up to 8 times faster than PS5 per new spec leak. Sony's next-gen console will reportedly feature RTX 5090 level ray tracing. Ray tracing is another fad that I wish stopped. Because forced ray tracing in specific games like Doom the Dark Ages, Borderlands 4, and Indiana Jones have all really hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Ray tracing, if you want to have ray tracing in the game, good for you. Do never force it.
No, absolutely not. Ray tracing is never fun when it is forced. And I say that, and Minecraft is putting on... Technically, it's not... Well, it's not forced ray tracing, but, like, they're adding a form of ray tracing in Minecraft vanilla now.
The bougiest of bougie options. Yep.
Indeed.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing really to talk about there, because, like, oh boy, it's a leak, but that leak could very well be wrong. I do think we are coming close to Sony announcing their next system. Already.
Nobody's gonna buy it, in my personal opinion.
No, it's mostly because the consoles have all fucked themselves to the point that PCs are dominant. I mean, they've been dominant, but especially since COVID, the consoles have gone from really dominant to not as dominant thanks to PC.
Mm-hmm.
And after what Nintendo's been pulling, I'm probably not even going to buy a Switch 2 unless it is on a significant deal.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in it.
Someone saying like, "Hey, Walmart had this Switch or Switch 2 that someone returned because they took the code from Mario Kart World and then returned the Switch." So Walmart marked it down to like $280. And I'm like, for that, I'd buy it. Absolutely, I would. Like, it was still a new Switch 2. It just didn't have the code for Mario Kart. And I'm like, well, who cares?
Uh-huh.
But $280 for a Switch 2? Sure. That's a steal.
I would
$500.
Yeah. No, I'd agree.
So, but at this point, I'm probably just going to keep upgrading this current computer until it chokes and dies.
Mm-hmm.
And if I buy another console, it'll probably be a Steam Deck or whatever Valve creates.
Another, you don't
Because
want,
it just
listen,
means-
don't buy another Steam Deck.
If I bought another Steam Deck, it'd be the next iteration, like the Steam Deck 2.
Yeah.
Not like I'm not going to buy an OLED, because I don't use my Steam Deck enough to justify that.
What would you why would you justify, if that isn't justifiable, why would you justify buying another Steam Deck then?
Because a Steam Deck 2 means Valve has got to a point where they deemed a successor system good.
Mm-hmm.
An OLED is just, here's an OLED screen and maybe slightly better battery life.
Okay.
But a Steam Deck 2 is like the jump between like a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 5, or a PS2 to 3. Kind of like that. Or like a Nintendo Wii U to Nintendo Switch.
Oh, and obviously you'd get rid of the old one.
That's the kind of jump.
But you would obviously get rid of the old one.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But if I were to consider that, I'd probably just buy whatever they have cooking for like a console. Because this means I can still play my Steam library just on the TV. But my Steam Deck can do that already, so it's like, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Fair enough.
So Insomniac has been quiet for a while. For those who don't know, Insomniac is the developers behind Ratchet and Clank, and more very recently, the Spider-Man games. So
Yes.
Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and now the Spider-Man 2.
The one that everybody loves.
Yeah. Ironically, the last month or two, I've actually been seeing memes of like, it's a shame Spider-Man only got one game.
Really? Do people hate it that much?
People really don't like Spider-Man 2 now that they've had time to sit on it.
That's funny.
Because all that Spider-Man 2 is just like, here's a woke Web of Shadows.
Uh-huh.
And Web of Shadows was like incredibly dark. And it's considered one of the peak Spider-Man games.
Modular customization. They are so woke and lame. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess I just, I've not played, probably never will play Spider-Man 2.
I will play it, but I've already made the commitment of saying that when it goes on sale, like a pretty significant sale.
Have your Mary Jane
like, at that
missions?
point,
I heard
it's like-
those sucked.
Yeah, they suck so much because they're essentially stealth missions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm playing a superhero game. I'm playing Spider-Man, and you're telling me that I need to do stealth missions. No. I don't think so.
You know, I'm wasting more resources than I think I need to
Either way.
here.
MP First is reporting that according to their sources, Wolverine, which they announced at the same time that they announced Spider-Man 2, which is cool, fine. But we also know Sweet Baby is working on that one, so I have no faith. But Wolverine is scheduled to release in 2026, and the long-rumored Venom game is real and still in development. A leaked internal Insomniac Games roadmap had Venom listed as a 2027 title.
Okay.
That one was weird to me. Not Batman. I saw Batman from GTHB, and my brain went to Batman instead of Venom. Venom is my biggest weird one of this.
Okay.
Because as far as I'm aware, Venom died at the end of Spider-Man 2. So why would he get his own game?
I don't know, honestly.
Apparently, someone has pointed out that there are way more lines for Venom because Tony Todd is the voice actor for him, and Tony Todd passed away last year. But there are way more lines for Venom than what were in Spider-Man 2. Which means some people have even thought about the idea that he recorded all his lines for the Venom game as well.
And then he passed.
Yeah.
Could be a prequel. It's very possible.
It could be a prequel. Didn't the symbiote escape? I don't know. I haven't played Spider-Man 2. I'm only running off of what I have surmised from what I've seen.
Oh, but Temp, you should have looked it up.
I'm sorry I didn't want to pay attention to a woke game that I had intentions of playing down the line anyway.
Yeah, but you don't want to sound like an idiot saying things that you don't know.
To be fair, it is a symbiote. If it died and even like a strand of it remained, it can reform itself. That's been like established for many, many years already. So if the majority of the Venom symbiote exploded and was killed and only like a sliver of it remained, then yeah. Well, Venom's host in Spider-Man 2 wasn't Eddie or Craven. It was Harry. So, and Harry is alive, but when I'm talking about Venom, I mean the symbiote. It is artificial. It's not alien. Even though there's references to Null in the game, and Null is an alien and god of the symbiotes, but, you know, whatever. Admittedly, I'm kind of sick of Marvel's continued reliance on Null.
You're sick of their
Null's
shit.
Cool, but like this. Anyway, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Just like, hey, this game could exist. We do know Spider-Man 3 is also in development at some point, but we don't know when or if it'll be affected by Sweet Baby because it is not, anywhere near close to being done yet. And the fact that Sweet Baby is very much, kind of slowing down. We'll talk about them. They are in the docket because Sweet Baby opened their mouths again this week.
Okay.
We'll see. I have no faith, but I don't know. Maybe after the Ghost of Yotei thing, Sony may have to harshly course correct.
I was about to ask why, but never mind. I remember now.
You know why?
Yep, I do know.
I guess we'll talk about that because that happened. We talked about it last week when we were talking about like what some of these people were saying about Charlie Kirk. But I actually said that do not ever expect a response from Sucker Punch because Sucker Punch, while they are an American studio, are owned by PlayStation, which is a Japanese company.
And we got a response?
We got a response. I was actually surprised by this. The controversy surrounding Sucker Punch Productions is not going away. Just days after reports surfaced that developer Drew Harrison was fired following her celebration of Charlie Kirk's assassination, the studio has dropped a brand new trailer for Ghost of Yotei, but fans immediately noticed something unusual. While the Ghost of Yotei trailer has been posted to YouTube and Blue Sky, it was not shared on X, one of the largest gaming discussion hubs on the internet. Grumps pointed this out. The new Ghost of Yotei trailer has been posted everywhere except X. Neither PlayStation or Sucker Punch have posted it, but it is on Blue Sky and YouTube. They are basically telling all gamers on X that they are not welcome and trying to sweep everything under the rug. The new Ghost of Yotei trailer has been posted. Grumps continued. They have not addressed or released a statement about their developer mocking Charlie Kirk's assassination. We don't need to boycott every game to send a message. Just start with this one, which launches next month. His comments reflected a growing frustration among fans that Sony and Sucker Punch are attempting to sidestep accountability for the people they hire. The backlash began with Drew Harrison, a senior look dev and texture artist who has been with Sucker Punch for nearly a decade. Mocked Kirk's killing on her personal Blue Sky account. One of her most widely shared posts read, "I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro got his back."
Oh my gosh, that is disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting. She also reposted commentary about calling Kirk a racist bigot who died doing what he loved.
To be honest, he
After
was
fans
racist in some cases.
After fans began tagging Sucker Punch and Sony, Harrison updated her LinkedIn to show her employment ending in September 2025. On Blue Sky, she admitted losing her job, saying, "If standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger." Neither Sony nor Sucker Punch has confirmed the firing or issued any statement addressing the incident. Now, with the release of the latest Ghost of Yotei trailer, many fans are interpreting its absence on X as a deliberate attempt to dodge the ongoing backlash. On YouTube, the trailer has been promoted widely through PlayStation's official channel. On Blue Sky, the trailer has been shared despite the platform's much smaller user base, and growing smaller by the day. But on X, where criticism of Harrison's posts have dominated headlines, there is nothing new. This absence has only added fuel to the fire, with fans accusing Sony and Sucker Punch of hiding from the audience most affected by the scandal. Skipping the Ghost of Yotei trailer on X may have seemed like damage control, but its risks alienating a massive segment of the gaming community. X remains one of the primary platforms for gaming news, fan discussion, and trailer sharing. By leaving it out, Sony and Sucker Punch have seemingly confirmed to its critics that they're aware of the controversy and unwilling to confront it head-on. The optics seem clear. Instead of transparency, fans see evasion. Instead of addressing the issue, fans see silence. The Ghost of Yotei launch should be a celebration for Sucker Punch, instead it's becoming a case study in how not to handle controversy. From Harrison's inflammatory post to her apparent firing, to Sony and Sucker Punch's refusal to comment, the studio has now added a new layer of distrust by keeping their biggest new Ghost of Yotei trailer off of X. The result? More fans are questioning whether the game is being used as a platform for activism rather than the continuation of Ghost of Tsushima's legacy. Until Sony and Sucker Punch face the issue directly, Sucker Punch, Charlie Kirk. Sorry, that felt weird to me. Sucker Punch Charlie Kirk will continue to trend alongside Ghost of Yotei, and no amount of selective trailer posting will make that go away. I did not add it to the docket because it might seem weird and YouTube might get mad. But this week, Trump also labeled Antifa as a terrorist organization.
Yes, he did.
The actor, the lead actor for Ghost of Yotei, actively came out and said that she is Antifa and so is her girlfriend.
That is really rude of them. I can't believe that they would do that.
Or whatever your platform of choice is.
Is it the same company?
It is the same company. But what Grums was saying is you don't need to boycott every game, just Yotei.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to play something by Sucker Punch, go play their older game that isn't infested with DEI or activists like this.
I wonder if my internet's getting worked on tonight.
Yeah, I've noticed your stream kind of chug a little bit and you've been roboting a tiny bit.
How come you didn't tell me?
Because it got better.
Well, the drop frames are gone at least.
Yeah.
We're up to 8 seconds of delay though.
Yay! But no, studios, Kitty's right. Why can't studios not make drama? Because drama is impossible. True, play Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper's a great option. We need a fish emoji. Why would we need a fish emoji?
Oh, goodness.
Also, there's the YouTube fish emoji, I think. But boycotts do work. Now, in the case of you need to boycott every DEI game, that's not going to happen. I think what Grums was trying to push of that is not going to happen. But in the case of this, in the case of Ghost of Yotei, I think a boycott very well could actually make a difference. Because it's one product. It's not a giant slew of products.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Maybe.
On the note of, if we're going to kind of go on the trend of people being fired for making remarks about Charlie Kirk. Ready or Not has fired their community manager.
Okay.
To our Ready or Not community, we are aware of comments made by our community manager about a recent tragic event. These statements do not reflect our values or represent our company. We have ended our relationship with this individual and reminded our team of the responsibility we all share when communicating on public platforms. Our focus remains on fostering a respectful and professional community around Ready or Not. Sincerely, Void Interactive. And yeah, so the person, Kaminsky, basically said, can you add Charlie Kirk to the filter temporarily? And Kaminsky said, I just did Charlie Kirk. Funny you mentioned that because me and my roommate are literally just talking about him getting shot. All I say is nothing of value was lost.
They were clear. They had to say nothing and they'd be fine. And yeah, they decided to do that.
Yep. That statement right there is what got them fired. And it gets even better. So I'm sure you've probably seen Arch and Marshall post about what's going on with Warhammer with the Charlie Kirk situation.
Not really, no.
Warhammer community lead Tom Mendelson suspended for celebrating Charlie Kirk's death and the 9/11 attacks. Prompted an email campaign on X/Twitter in the tabletop RPG community. Games Workshop email responses state that they disagree with his actions and are investigating. So the email says, hi, Jacob. Thank you for taking the time to bring this to our attention. We're sorry that one of our employees has behaved in this manner. While we respect everyone's right to a personal opinion, we'd like to be clear that we do not support Tom's actions. We are taking this very seriously. Tom has been suspended while we work to further address the matter in line with our internal policies and legal duties. We're sure you'll appreciate that any investigation of this nature is confidential, and we are therefore legally unable to disclose any further information. And while we appreciate this can ring hollow, please know that we are working to ensure any outcome is proportionate to the impact of Tom's actions. Now, to give context to what Tom said, I don't give a single shit. He's a fascist cunt carrying enormous amounts of water for a side that has no compunctions, committing structural and systematic political violence against the working class and the people of Gaza. And happy 9/11 to all who celebrate.
I got way more digging to do. Fuck.
So, yeah. Games Workshop is actively... Here's the thing. I'm hearing... Now, I don't know this for sure, so take it with a grain of salt. If you want more accurate Games Workshop information, I would highly recommend following Arch. I'm sure some of you already do follow Arch, or Marshall Bohemond. Both of them do great work with
Warhammer,
and are more knowledgeable about it than I am. So, but I am hearing that apparently two people who are very heavily pushing the DEI movements in Games Workshop are also made comments that were very negative about Charlie Kirk, and are actively looking into them.
Okay.
So we may see some things improve with Games Workshop.
I think that a lot of companies are doing, and I think some people are a little surprised that action is probably being taken. I'm not, because I do think that with a lot of companies, they were waiting for something to do.
Again, the best example of this is when Elon Musk bought Twitter and started firing people. Because a lot of companies were waiting for the best opportunity to start firing essentially all the overflowed like trash, essentially.
That's one way of calling them, but yeah.
Well, a lot of these people were doing dog shit, like literally nothing. So
okay,
but it's the kind of the same idea. Is like you get rid of the people causing problems. And I think this really has helped. I even made a statement about this yesterday, saying, I hate to put it like this, but the Charlie Kirk situation that is going on through all media, government, and businesses is pretty much fast-tracking the anti-DEI movement in such a similar way that COVID fast-tracked the DEI movement and made everything much worse, much faster. Because what the DEI movement that COVID pushed was still happening, but it was happening at a slower rate. But COVID fast-tracked it because we're all inside, we're not going anywhere. They had the opportunity to really accelerate their plans.
Right.
And this whole consequence culture that's happening because of the assassination is kind of pushing things in reverse. In a good way.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm not saying everything's going to improve, but we could start seeing improvements.
Medicare's convinced we do have a renaissance on our hands.
I agree. And I think it's happening at rapid pace.
I just hope that it doesn't include censorship from the other side, basically.
Yeah, I completely agree. I hope it doesn't include that. But if we want to talk about problems with DEI and things changing, Sweet Baby opened their mouth again.
Okay.
From the master of the TDS, there's a Sweet Baby Inc. talk today at the Game Devs of Color Expo. Why is it called Game Devs of Color? Ugh.
Color Expo. Decolon. Oh, right. You told me about this.
They've been more careful about scrubbing recordings lately, but this topic looks hilarious if we can dig it up. From Tristan J. Tarwater, a they, them. What's so cozy about doing chores when you're at the center of the universe? Tristan J. Tarwater will delve into cozy games and how they uphold values of colonialism in their mechanics and narrative, more than just being about vibes. Cozy games project an idea of what is safe and rewarding for players, and often promote values of capitalism by rewarding individualism and consumption. What makes them satisfying for many can also make things uncomfortable for marginalized people. By exploring and questioning the definitions and values of cozy games and colonialism,
Dude,
we can make cozy games even cozier.
Dude, if this gets people to stop playing Stardew Valley, I'm fine with it, because I hate these people that were crashing on Stardew Valley for a while. So I'm fine with them talking about this, because people will quit playing Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Hello, Auntie.
And then we got some more stuff from TDS. 2 days ago, Tristan J. Tarwater of Sweet Baby Inc. gave a talk called Decolonizing Cozy Games. Here's what Sweet Baby Inc. people are teaching about cozy games. Farming, families, even the Four Seasons are framed as colonial baggage. One slide literally says there are so many white people, and the fix they point to is Tales of the Shire, a game SBI themselves worked on.
That failed.
So what you're saying is that SBI did the Obama meme, whereas Obama putting a medal on Obama.
It was a shitty game, by the way.
It's a very shitty game. So this is what they had to say.
Nobody plays it.
Decolonization, often framed as an undoing of colonial influences and structures. It is also a creative process of imagining what cultures would look like if not disrupted by the exploitation of colonialism. Decoloniality and... Oh, never mind. The process/practice of rejecting Eurocentric ways of knowing and being, coined by Anibal Quijano. This concept acknowledges how different concepts of the cosmos influence knowledge acquisition, information storage, and transfer, and the ideas of the self. Colonialism in cozy games, where so many white people, the outside individual who saves the day.
So many white people.
Is there, the land is there for the taking. Corn and wheat make number go up. Nuclear family / 2-gen family, monochronic structures, 4 seasons, Gregorian calendar, conveniently ancient civilizations. Spirituality is silly. Straight up racism.
These people are insane, man.
How do we decolonize cozy games? We could start the process by decolonializing and practicing so that's a fucking
See, Tam
word.
can't even say it because these people are so retarded.
Practicing decoloniality by questioning ourselves and those we trust around us. For example, What does safety mean for the audience we are trying to reach? What mechanics, rewards, cultural touchstones, and character archetypes, character and in parentheses, archetypes, will we implement that will resonate with them? What is the relationship of the player character to the NPC community, and how can we handle this mechanically and narratively? How many generations of people are present at any time? How is time measured, and how does this play out mechanically and narratively? Games to check out: Fields of Mysteria. Well, I guess I'm not playing that now. Salt Sea Chronicles.
It could be good.
Mutazione, Tales of the Shire, and Wanderstop.
I won't be playing
Sweet Baby.
Tales, but you know.
I mean, is Fields okay?
Or not Tales. I'm not going to be playing the Shire game, but I heard the Mysteria is okay.
Mystria.
Decolonization sounds like eating too much fiber.
Oh. Yeah.
Decolonize yourself.
Decolonize. Remove your colon, please.
This reminds me of oh fuck, another little cow that screams decolonize yourself while trying to punch a baby in a stroller.
I can feel an aneurysm coming on. Welcome to Sweet Baby. Also, no, I'm not going to say it. That's going to make me sound racist, and I'm not going to do it.
No, it wasn't a black person that was punching the baby.
Asmongold played the Shire game to make fun of it. We talked about the Shire game very briefly on Friday.
Is it out?
It's out, yeah. And it's shit.
It
is dog shit. Hold on. Let me see what the ratings are on Steam.
Oh, I bet they mauled.
Tales of the Shire is 35. Why is it very positive?
So it's not a bad game? Was I lied to by Temp Chat?
No, there are only 2,771 reviews. There are definitely some bad reviews.
Okay.
But overall, the ratings, even by IGN standards, is like, this game is shit.
Is that a Minecraft clone? No, it's supposed to be a Lord of the Rings game.
It's like Stardew Valley, but Lord of the Rings, and it's dog shit. I should know. Like, hold on, I'm gonna bring this up. I just saw a face in this, and this is awful.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, no.
Look at that monstrosity! What is that?
That is a hobbit, I'm assuming.
It's a something.
That is...
It's a something. Also, like, the background here, it looks so bad. The water, like, oh my god, it looks so bad.
Why did they make a hobbit look like it was crawling out of, like, a... something?
Dogs only know two things: how to lie and simp for Nintendo. Excuse me? A black hobbit. Yeah? It's a black hobbit.
I was gonna make a comment, I'm not going to.
But that's just one of the games they worked on, and they've worked on so many games, and they still have games coming out.
And it sucks!
Wolverine.
It's shit, chat!
They pretty much every game that Sweet Baby has done sucks dog shit. Straight up.
You have a good night.
Oh my god.
Nick.
A nubbit. Tolkien died for this, guys. Tolkien did die for this. Tolkien absolutely died for this.
Sadly.
So I mentioned we talked about this earlier, but remember how we were talking about the localizer for 14?
Yeah.
Her Blue Sky account is gone, and people have reportedly found out that she no longer works at Square.
Allegedly, or...
That is allegedly. It's not confirmed. but there are rumblings that she no longer works at Square.
Good.
But again, that's not confirmed because Square will probably not make a statement. The only one who really will is Kate, and she's gone from Twitter and Blue Sky. So she's not really going to be making a statement about that.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So yeah, this is good. I figured this was coming. I made a personal assumption that this was coming. After the negative response to Dawn Trail, because Dawn Trail was actually, it was decently liked in other regions, but in America especially.
Don't you simp for it, Temp. Don't you dare.
In America, it was probably the worst version of Dawn Trail. Thank you, Wook Lamont. Because I've even heard people talk about the dialogue in other regions, and it was actually competent. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
And not without its own Dawn Trail problems, but very specifically the English translation was very what the fuck.
Right.
But Dawn Trail was her first localization job at Square.
Please, God, let it be true.
You could definitely feel that there was definitely a... I'm going to go on the limb and say Square basically gave her an ultimatum. Do good or be fired.
Sounds like she was
because you
fired.
could feel that 7.2 and 0.3 definitely felt different than based on Trail and 0.1. In a good way.
Well, that's good.
So it felt to me like Square was practically had a leash on her. And she probably had the leash on her.
She probably liked that, not gonna lie.
She probably did. But that leash was not able to get her to stop talking because she talked about Charlie Kirk, and Square ultimately, basically, they were probably looking for a reason to get rid of her. Because she was one of the reasons why Dawn Trail is so hated. And when 14 is Square's, cow, essentially.
Yes, without the 14, they don't make money.
So they need 14 to be able to make money. And if they're not doing good, and I'm not going to blame the game devs. I think the devs actually did, great.
Well, the gameplay is fine.
The story. Yeah. So this is good. This is fantastic.
Exactly. I agree.
Next expansion, there will be no Wook Lamont, so there will be no Senna Briar. Next expansion, there will be no whatever her name, Kate, is. Yay.
Allegedly.
Things are looking great in the world.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. It'll depend on who's on the credits.
We will hear about 8.0 in April. Yay.
Hope she knows how to code. Chat, that's hate speech. Don't you know?
She's going to McDonald's. I hope you know that.
She's going to be serving somebody in Starbucks in a future, in a Starbucks near you.
She's going to be serving our wonderful, impossible breakfast sandwiches at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't go seeking her out, because that's technically trying to dox somebody. And I can't condone that. As much as I want to find the Starbucks she ends up working in so that I can go ask her for a cup with Charlie Kirk on it, I can't do that. Don't do that.
Reminds me of Kimmel. His ratings were lower than Colbert, and I feel like his Kirk statements were an excuse to fire them. I think a lot of these people have been looking for excuses to get rid of a lot of these people.
Yeah, chat, here's the thing. I definitely feel like the comments from him were not as bad as I saw some others. They were bad, but I feel like people said worse. I think that because of all of the rhetoric that was being spewed by these people that hated Charlie Kirk, the company just took it as a way of firing him and saying, well, they didn't like that, so we can't co-sign that.
What I think has happened here is Disney's already been kind of on the other end of everything shitty for a while now. And you could definitely tell, especially the last year, that they've been looking for ways to try and make things a little better. I'm not going to say they are, but...
No, they're definitely not.
It feels like they're trying to. Whether it succeeds or not is up to debate. But I have a sneaking suspicion that getting rid of Kimmel is one way they're trying to appease people and say, please come back.
It's going to take quite a long time. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah, it will take a long time. Yeah. Should I give 14 a try again? I would say even right now is a great time to do it. At the beginning of October, I'm going to probably go on a limb and say October 7th is when the 7.35 is coming out.
That's a
which
loaded day, Temp.
So Square works in early, middle, and end. So
I know, it's just that's a loaded day.
It's a loaded day.
Yeah.
But basically, the only day that would be considered early October by Square standards would be October 7th. And then 14th to the 21st would be like middle October. And then the 28th, because they always release on a Tuesday. It's always a Tuesday. So early 7th and 28th. So because they said early October is when 0.35 is coming out, the only day that makes sense is October 7th. Either way, on that day, we're getting the new Deep Dungeon. And for those of you who like Monster Hunter, that is the same day that 14 is getting the Arkveld trial. Or sorry, Guardian Arkveld. And then Monster Hunter is also getting the Omega fight at the end of this month.
Those don't stack. Yeah. What the fuck?
So I recommend 14, but that's also me as someone who just really like enjoys the game. Let's see. What else did we have?
Can't believe those things don't stack. What the fuck? Fuck is warp dust?
We can watch a video if you're open to it.
I'm running off of your time, not mine right now.
Bungie kind of pulled a Bungie this week. Bungie did it bad.
That's normal though. Is this where I remind you this is why you don't play Destiny 2?
Let's go with yes. So thank you, Magma, for bringing this to my attention. We might skip around this video just a tiny bit because it's Rick Kakis. And Rick does good work, but sometimes he just does kind of tangent. All
right. Go ahead.
It's kind of up for debate. I'm gonna full screen this, and we're gonna go to here.
This is way less Randy than I was expecting. You told me this was going to be a Randy only episode.
No, I said Randy was a big part of it, and Randy was a big part of it. So,
what is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today I didn't expect times just playing and grinding Borderlands 4. I wasn't kidding when I said degenerately grind.
Wow.
Sorry, my bad. I made a boo-boo.
What'd you do?
They couldn't hear it.
That I couldn't ignore. Something happened that made me hit record, turn things on, take me away from a game I'm having fun in because I want to talk about it because, yeah, Bungie, I'm not going to let this one slide. And so, let's get started. Now, I'm playing Borderlands 4. Like I said, I'm putting out a few Borderlands 4 videos. They're doing terrible, right? It's always hilarious where it's like everyone in the comments of every Destiny 2 video is like, go play another game, go play another game. I go play another game. They don't show up to support it. In fact, people dislike because it's not Destiny 2 videos. So that's great. No, I'm a big baby here. At the end of the day, you guys are the ultimate.
He's kind of right, though. Is like, if you've built your channel up on a certain thing, getting off of that, you're going to have some issues.
Yeah, there's a reason why I don't play video games on my on my channel that's made around drama. It's just like he should know that. He shouldn't complain about that.
Yeah, exactly. He shows his face. He's shown his face a few times. It's just he really doesn't do it unless it's serious. And this is kind of one of those it's serious moments.
His serious face is showing.
Consumer, I'm putting out content. It's your choice whether or not you want to watch it. And I'm always grateful when
Thank you for giving me permission.
Click on my videos when there's literally a billion other YouTube videos to click on. My point is, I'm playing Borderlands 4 and stuff is going on. I'm trying to ignore Destiny 2. I'm not motivated at all to go and grind my stupid level up in Destiny 2. I have very little motivation to play this game right now. There's stuff coming up, festival I'm looking forward to, but my point stands, I'm playing a completely different game. What do I see? What do I see going on? Well, the TWAB comes out, and in the TWAB, Bungie talks about Iron Banner. Iron Banner was on hiatus when the Edge of Fate released, and it was going to come back with Ashen Iron. It's kind of like one of the things that Ashen Iron is adding to the game is like the return of a revamped Iron Banner. So in the TWAB, they showcase the Iron Banner armor. Now, it's just a reskin. And we've had reskinned Iron Banner armor almost every time. Like, the majority of Iron Banners we get when we get like a set brought forward, it's just the reskin of an old set. Honestly, I didn't even think too much about it. It's part and parcel to what we expected. In fairness to Bungie, they did actually add
Is this just
new armor set.
about reskin? Or is there more to it?
There's more to this.
Okay, good. I hope so.
I mean, it is about a skin, but it goes into it.
I hope it's more than just a reskin complaint.
It's not a reskin complaint. It is thankfully worse.
Good.
Bonuses to this Iron Banner armor, so, you know, even though it looks identical, it's going to perform very different. It's in the new armor system. That's great. But then people discovered that this wasn't the Iron Banner armor set we were supposed to get. And in fact, there's an Eververse set that was originally designed as an Iron Banner set. So, this armor set is a paid Eververse armor set. So it's not available through playing the game. You gotta buy it through Eververse, and it was added to Destiny 2 during the Edge of Fate expansion. Okay, so what does that have to do with Iron Banner? I mean, it's a cool looking set, like gladiator Roman inspired set. Maybe it would have been good as the Iron Banner armor, but hey, there's a lot of sick Eververse sets that would be good as other sets in the game. That has been one of the biggest complaints from the Destiny 2 community, is that Eververse gets all the cool stuff, and the stuff you get for actually playing the game is always playing second fiddle, is always a second-rate armor set compared to the coolest stuff that's only available to buy.
Oh, sorry, chat. I didn't realize the game audio was on. My bad.
LOL.
Again, this is a big complaint. Like, why am I bringing this up? Why am I bringing up this?
Yeah, why
set
are you
specifically?
bringing it up? Actually, I'm kind of curious.
Everything changed when the concept artist who helped create this set posted the concept art onto ArtStation, which is like a website where, you know, professional artists will go to share their work. And people noticed that when you zoom in, you take a look at especially the Titan's chest piece right in the middle, that is an Iron Banner regalia. That is an Iron Banner symbol, an Iron Banner design. So clearly, what's going on here is that, you know, that friend who's been ranting nonstop about how greedy Bungie is because they've been taking away the armor sets from the game and putting them in Eververse, that friend is right. That friend is right. Clearly what happened here is that Bungie purposely designed a sick-looking armor set. Like, let's just stop.
This man's
for a second.
mad.
This is a fantastic-looking armor set. You know, when we criticize Bungie, we got to remember the guy, the concept artist working for Bungie, whoever is putting this into the game, whoever's 3D modeling it, those are all also Bungie employees clearly doing a fantastic job. This armor set looks incredible. But someone in upper management made the decision, no. Even though Iron Banner is on hiatus, even though part of the excitement behind Ashen Iron is that it brings back a new updated Iron Banner with an event page, and that's going to work with the new systems and all that stuff. Even though this is going to be a big exciting thing, the armor set that we specifically originally designed to help with the excitement, right? The armor set that we thought, hey, someone down the road, someone said, hey guys, we're bringing back Iron Banner. Let's make this exciting. Let's do a fresh, sick looking armor set. And someone else came in and said, who's going to notice? Who's going to care? Are the players really gonna notice? Why don't we just change this symbol? I bet we could. It looks so cool. It looks so good.
Yeah.
So,
Bungie.
People are upset because they decided to paywall an armor set that this artist made.
No. So Iron Banner is a big PvP event.
Well, yeah.
Not 14. Yes.
I know.
But this was intended originally to be one you can earn by playing the game. But
right.
Because it was so high quality, Bungie basically said, who cares? And removed it from being earnable to you had to pay for it.
Yeah, but how do we know that's the case? Is his whole evidence?
That is the thing. We don't have any evidence of that. The only evidence we have, and he goes into it, is that the artist who made the set for Bungie to basically make into an armor set in the game, Bungie had him remove the ArtStation page that actually showed the original version with the Iron Banner symbol on it.
Okay, so the proof is they got rid of the page because they noticed that people noticed.
Yes.
Okay. All right, continue.
I bet we could make some money from this. I bet we can make some extra money.
Is he Canadian, by the way?
You guys have made this armor.
Yes.
I can hear it. I can hear it in him.
Yeah, he is very much Canadian.
Cool. You know what? We're going to put this in Eververse, and we'll just reskin some old armor. Who cares? And that'll be the Iron Banner armor. And if you're like, wow, that's a bit of a conspiracy, we don't know for sure. They took down the ArtStation post. You can't find the concept art on ArtStation anymore. A little suspicious, don't you think? If there's anything that was kind of holding you back from saying, yeah, they definitely did that. They definitely just took an Iron Banner set, slightly redesigned it to release in Eververse. Proof still. They took down the post, guys. They like if they would have said, hey, you know, we didn't do this. The person who designed it was taking inspiration from Iron Banner. No, they took it down. I mean, come on, guys. And honestly, at this point, even if there is an innocent explanation, like I don't even care, right? You know, I'm gonna start recording right here. I'm in the game. Let's look at the Destiny 2 store, guys. First of all, first tab. Well, of course it's got to be the first tab. And what do we got for this? What the first thing I see? People have been asking for a Taken armor set since the.
And yes, he does move his webcam.
There's a free update, by the way, the April update, free. Added the Taken armor sets to Destiny 1 for free, by the way. Didn't have to pay for them. Finally got it back. 1,500 silver. They raised the prices, by the way. You're paying, like, the silver prices are inflated. You thought that was ridiculous, dude? So this is what, like $15 American to get this set? This is even more. A shader? Let's see what's in here. This is $20. Shader? Sick looking shader. I have to admit, it looks great. Phalanx Blast? Taken Skimmer. $20. All right, let's go to...
His raging is really funny, I'm going to be honest with you.
Buy more ranks.
I could make fun of this man just for his raging.
Devil's Ruin ornament set to go with another future.
Also, that just looks really good, but...
That looks ugly.
I understand, as a longtime Destiny player, like, I've noticed this shit as well. Is one of the reasons why I really wanted to quit playing. It's just...
And you almost went back. You need to be shamed. You need to be shamed for wanting to go back.
I do not need to be shamed for almost going back, because I didn't go back.
All right, chat. All right, chat. New poll. Continue.
Eververse set that's coming. Okay, we got more stuff here. Lots of ghost shells, lots of sparrows, lots of stuff, more stuff. And like, if you go to the archive, you just really see like just how many armor sets just end up in Eververse. It's just so much stuff. And I think right now, this completely broke. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. People are already disappointed with the game, right? People are not liking the changes introduced in the Edge of Fate, right? And I don't even think those changes are like Bungie being showing malice towards their players. Like, I can understand why they tried this portal system. One of the biggest complaints, guys, for years is that new players are confused. They go to the world tab and they're like, literally, where do I even start? Where do I even start with this world tab?
Sir, you're repeating yourself.
Portal, it's very quick to say, hey, get right into the game. Hey,
that's what I said, is like, he does kind of ramble a little
bit. Is he autistic?
Probably. I don't know. And I want to add context. I said I quit Destiny, but if the Ashen Iron update was free to all players, not those who bought the new DLC, but to every player, I would consider it if the content was good. I thankfully have people like you, Tapeworm, that is playing Destiny still, that did not quit, that played Ashen Iron and told me, this update is shit, don't come back. And guess what? I did not go back because the content is shit.
But you considered it.
I considered it for a while because I wanted to hear if any of the content improved. And the content not only didn't improve, it got worse.
Okay.
That is why I didn't go back.
But you got to put your line in the sand.
Click this and you're playing the game really quickly, right? But it just has not gone well. How many pages? What are we doing here? Shoving everything into the portal. The portal should be a front page to just showcase what's going on, and then you immediately tab over to the world tab and start engaging more with the world, with the activities from there. My point is, it didn't work. I think Bungie had pure intentions when doing some of these things. We've been complaining that armor is useless for years. We've been saying that, new players are super confused. We need a more simplified view of activities that are relevant. People didn't like the leveling system before, forcing you to do activities and raids and stuff that you didn't want to do. There's reasons to do what Bungie did, okay? But those reasons, at the end of the day, almost don't matter. People are not liking these changes. People are not interacting, vibing. They're not enjoying their experience within the game. And so when players are not enjoying their experience, when players have a negative perception of the game, this is not the time to remove content, good content from the game and try to squeeze a few more dollars out of it. And it's hard to even be mad because it's just like the decision-making process of no one is going to buy an armor set if they're not enjoying the game. Bungie, you're going to make more money down the road if players are enjoying the game. When people are disappointed with the game, when people are mad at the game, this is when, for goodness sakes, this is when you need to be, hitting.
And yes, chat, they do have a Star Wars collaboration coming up in next expansion. Wrong one.
The high points, okay? And these decisions were made, I know that these decisions were made months before, maybe. The decision to add this as an Eververse set was probably made before the Edge of Fate ever released, and therefore, Bungie couldn't have predicted how negative people would be, and so they maybe are thinking now, dang, we should have had that as an Iron Banner set. But there's still upcoming sets that are gonna be Iron Banner sets, right? I think there's one that's the Jade Rabbit set. Bro, do not add any more. It should be a moratorium. Today, Bungie announces moratorium. No Eververse sets will be added until we have successfully added sets to rejuvenate the core activities in the game. That's what I want them to do, to say, hey, we need to make sure that we prioritize our players first, that we prioritize our players being happy first, to prioritize that there's content players are enjoying and feel like is rewarding in the game before we add another Eververse set. I would have honestly delayed or even canceled the Taken set if I was Bungie. It's like people are already furious, and I said this in my previous rant, like, this is the time you choose to raise the prices for Eververse? Are you joking? No one's like, is there no one in the room at Bungie that's like, hey, what about player perception? Is there no one who's like, guys, people are not happy with the game. This is not the time to raise prices. Let's get the game in a good state first. That should be our only priority. And again, it's like, okay, the sad thing, the really sad thing, the really concerning thing is it almost feels like, Bungie has lost hope too. I'm holding on, dude. Like I said before,
this man is coping. I'm sorry.
Playing Destiny 2.
No, he is.
Oh, the cope I'm listening to right now is amazing.
I love this game still. It changed
Destiny
my life.
is given up.
For 8 years. I've been playing for even more. I've been playing literally since the Destiny 1 alpha, and I'm not going to stop playing. No other looter shooter feels as smooth. Like it got me. Okay. I'm going to be playing until they turn the lights out, and I'm still coping, but.
Yes,
when
you are
Bungie
coping,
does
sir.
Stuff like this, the really concerning thing is like you wonder, has Bungie lost hope? Like, has Bungie like, this ship is sinking? Let's get every dollar we can before it goes. Raise the prices, shove even more sets into Eververse. Let's just kind of milk it a bit, and then like, I really don't want to think that way because that's like the worst case scenario.
And if you want to know why I didn't go back to Destiny, why I really tried holding up, because I wanted the looter shooter. Because he's right, Destiny, no game does what Destiny does as well as it does. But Borderlands 4 came out, and it is scratching that itch that I wanted out of Destiny.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need to play Jump Space because I'm being told that Jump Space has the same gunplay as Destiny.
Gunplay in Jump Space was actually pretty interesting when I played last night.
Did you like it or not like it?
Yeah.
By the way, chat, Jump Space is a new 4-person co-op, 1 to 4-person co-op game. Not friend slot because you can play it by yourself. I would say it's kind of like Deep Rock Galactic in that sense. It's pretty fun, pretty fun. And so if you're looking for the gunplay of Destiny, without playing Destiny, that's what I would play. I'm gonna try it. I was gonna try and play with it with Temp tonight, but he said we're not gonna have time, so I didn't even boot it up for him.
Yeah, not tonight.
I'm really sad, chat.
I would say Wednesday, but you're doing Silksong on Wednesday.
Maybe, we'll see. Mizu and I might do something on Wednesday.
Okay. But yeah, he really just kind of goes on to kind of rant like this, and it just kind of repeats. But
yeah,
the point remains though is Bungie is actively taking content out of the game, and we got mad at them for years ago doing this as well. It's like, why are you adding stuff to Eververse when you could just be giving us, stuff to do in the game? It's just not a good look.
No, it obviously is not a good look. But again, Bungie is gonna be Bungie now, and I'm not quite sure what you expect.
Yep.
What are all these friends down here?
Chet Howard, that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
We've got a bit of a shorter Dogwave.
You told me that it was 3 hours plus of content.
I thought we had more. I mean, if you want to, we could talk about this real quick.
Sure.
Tencent responds to Sony's lawsuit saying against its Slavish Horizon clone, calling Sony's originality claims startling. Sony seeks an impermissible monopoly on genre conventions. And yes, what Tencent is kind of calling out here is what Nintendo is going after Palworld for.
Mm-hmm. Sony going after Tencent is a funny idea because Tencent has way more.
That fight.
Tencent has way more money than they do. way more money.
The rest of the stream will be filled with shaming the dog. I didn't go back to Destiny and it has not been reinstalled. You can't shame me.
We can still shame you anyway. Shame the pupper if you want, chat. Give him the fleas.
Fleas. I know we jokingly talked about it, saying like, you know, the new Hollow Knight collectible creature.
The fleas.
Fleas. I wasn't going to say it because Magma might still be listening. The 2% who voted no deserve the same amount of shame as Temp. Excuse me. Excuse me. We could talk about getting rid of Doug Bowser and saving Nintendo. It's not Doug Bowser is a problem, but it's not just Doug Bowser.
I mean, he's part of a systemic issue.
He is part of a systemic issue, but it is not exclusively Doug Bowser. Just like if this was happening during when Iwata and Reggie were there, it's not going to be exclusively Reggie.
I voted to pet the doggo. I don't know, chat. I don't know. I mean, we could talk about that if you'd like.
What, shaming the doggo?
No. Doug Bowser.
I mean, there really isn't like much to say there. It's like, yeah, he's an issue, but he's been an issue since day one, since Reggie left.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie leaving Nintendo is, you know, been a problem, and I don't blame him for leaving. So, but when Nintendo basically said that they want to prioritize business over creating things people like, that was my warning sign.
Well, that's kind of like, oh, not all Japan, but a lot of Japan is like business.
Exactly. A lot of Japan is business. So I wasn't going to be like, oh my God, this is the end of Nintendo. And this isn't even the end of Nintendo. Nintendo can't dig themselves out of this hole. It's just
whether or not they will.
Yeah.
Do you think that they can?
I do think they can, but I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will in enough time to save them.
Save themselves?
Yeah. I mean, Nintendo
save yourself.
Will go nowhere.
Save yourself.
Nintendo
schools.
is big enough that no matter what, they will be fine.
Uh-huh.
But
think the doggo has rabies? Maybe he does. I don't know. Oh gosh. No, he just has fleas.
You think the Galaxy movies are going to be bad at this point? No. I think I wouldn't say Insomniac. That's really wrong. Illumination.
He just has fluffy fleas.
I think Illumination will do a good job with it. Again, this is part of the thing with Nintendo is a lot of the higher ups are bad, but I think the people creating these games are good, unless they're manhandled by the higher ups, and like in the case of Mario Kart World. No, he just has autism. Not proven. Sounds like a tick. But I will probably still pick up Metroid Prime when it comes out.
Yeah.
Because it is a game I've wanted to play since they announced it, and it is still coming to the base Switch. Or the original one, so.
I would say that's fair. Sounded like a tick. Oh, chat,
Thank
you're
you,
funny.
Tapeworm, for posting the GIF of the Hikari dog with the fleas. Eventually there will be one of the little shit, but actual dog.
You could just put the fleas on the yippy dog.
Yeah. I don't know. Nintendo will take a lot of work to fix Nintendo, but I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they can do it before it kills the Switch 2. Because the Switch 2 is doing fine, but no one wants it. I mean, the fact that Sonic Racing Crossworld... Oh, did you see the ratings for Racing Crossworld?
I have not.
So, I don't trust IGN as far as I can throw them.
Mm-hmm.
But they gave Mario Kart World an 8. They gave Crossworld a 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And people have gotten their hands on physical copies of Crossworlds. And it leaked the final DLC.
Mm-hmm.
The final DLC is what I predicted months ago. Mega Man.
Right.
Which...
Did they not say what it was going to be?
No, they were probably saving the announcement for Tokyo Game Show, which is on the 25th.
Mm-hmm. But we're pretty sure it's going to be Mega Man.
No. There's a voucher in the physical box that lists all the DLCs.
I see.
And one of them literally says Mega Man. So it's been leaked by people who got early copies.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the dog with fleas.
Dog with fleas! Petition to rename the Tep Yippee to Yiffy. Oh.
Yiffy. I don't know, Chad. I don't feel very comfortable with that. Listen, if somebody wants to donate to do that, you're more than welcome to, but I just don't feel comfortable doing that as of right now.
The Yiffy.
The Yiffy.
So it's either Superior or IGN had a furry review Sonic Racing. It's about 50-50. Yeah, it is about 50-50. But what I am hearing from like the beta and the now demo that's out, it is a very competent game.
Indeed.
And I'm still amazed that we live in a time when Sonic is actually beating Mario. Of course, some people think that Kirby Air Riders is going to beat Sonic Racing Crossworlds. If Nintendo is requiring you to pay, what is the price for Crossworlds? It is $70 for the base game and $90 for the season pass with the game. But that also includes, because that is still giving you content for probably this time next year, and we have well over 20 characters coming for free.
Because they just want to slap their dick all over Mario
Nintendo.
Right now.
They really are too, with the fact that they had Mario Kart World
Sounds very gay.
in the trailer for Crossworlds. Nintendo knew what they were doing, and they have decided war against Nintendo.
Yes.
The fact it's still coming to Switch 2 amazes me.
They're just trying to be fun.
They're trying to be fun, but Nintendo, as we've seen with Palworld, doesn't like fun.
Well, let Nintendo be Nintendo.
Oh god.
I say let Nintendo be Nintendo.
Let Nintendo be Nintendo. Now, this is something I thought about. Because the IDW comics are actually canon to the games, and the comics are moving past Frontiers soon, I'm of the belief that 2026 is when we're getting the next mainline Sonic game.
Oh, you think that they can only make a game until
I think they're wanting to do annual.
Oh, that's very scary, Temp.
Well, not necessarily. In the time between Frontiers coming out and now, we've had Superstars, we've had Sonic X Generations, we've had now Crossworlds. And Superstars and Crossworlds were done by different teams within Sonic Team.
Mm-hmm.
But the lead Sonic team is the one working on the mainline game.
Right.
And if the intention is to kind of improve upon what Frontiers did, it's kind of like a Tears of the Kingdom situation. Hopefully it's not the same world as Frontiers, but I think the point still applies, is they can reuse assets to make the production go by better.
Hopefully. Your build looks like a cool indoor pool. Thank you, I appreciate that. Not an indoor pool. I'm just listen, I'm doing the wrong thing, which is trying to stylize a build that honestly should just be left in a pit, but I'm choosing to stylize this pit because I want it to look pretty.
Nintendo is the last company fighting the console war. Nintendo has never fought the console war. They've even said they don't even care about it.
This isn't supposed to be a
console war
pool
anymore.
Chat, because this is where all of the robotic, all of the machines are going. It's just, there's not a lot of machines in here yet. Like, eventually I need to build the machine to pack, or not pack, because I'm not packing things in shulkers for flowers, but I need to make like a storage system for the flowers. But for that, I might as well just put the flowers in the main storage system, which is going to get built over here somewhere eventually, but I do need sponges coming soon.
Is that out now? Hold on.
Means I need to go to ancient cities.
No, it'll be out soon.
What?
Sonic Racing Crossroads.
I can play out.
Okay. If you do the digital deluxe edition, which I did because I wanted all the DLC with it, you get 3 days early access. Or advanced access, sorry.
I see, so you're gonna game test for them.
Exactly. But I do want to say it now. Chat, since we're gonna probably start winding down the stream because it's almost 3 hours and I do have stuff I still have to do tonight. Unless something changes, if you want to play Sonic Racing Crossroads with me, I will be playing that Wednesday night for several hours. So if you wanna, hang out with me and do that, that'll be a thing. Since Sega actually posted this, I do want to show it. Oh, wrong one. Hatsune Miku will be in the game at launch.
Yes, for some reason they decided to include Miku in this.
Well, Miku as a property, I believe, is owned by Sega.
Is she?
Yes.
Oh, fair enough. Never mind, that makes sense.
So Sega has actually been the publisher for all the Miku games for several years now.
Fair enough.
So there are basically 2 season passes for Racing Crossroads.
Putting the flowers in the bag? Yes, chat, I am. Never mind, that makes sense. If it's easy to put that in the game, then yeah, they're just gonna do that.
There are 2 season passes, and to kind of add on to this, there's the paid one, which we know has like Minecraft, SpongeBob, TMNT, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Pac-Man, and now Mega Man. But the free one is stuff like it has Yakuza, Hatsune Miku, Persona.
All Sega titles.
All Sega titles. So the free ones are going to be Sega related. But we don't know if it's all going to be like outside of the Sonic stuff or if it's just going to be Sega stuff. But there are rumors because there is a cross-in comic coming out in December, and they said that we're getting 2 characters in the free thing in December. But these 2 characters will not have any included carts or stages, which led people to be really confused. And I've seen some people actually bring up the idea that 2 IDW characters are actually coming into the game in December.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
That does sound kind of interesting. This is a pretty.
And I think this is a great opportunity for them to propel bringing in some of the IDW characters into 3D.
Okay.
But Hatsune Miku will be available at launch. I believe we're getting Joker from Persona 5 in October, and we're getting Ichiban from Like a Dragon or Yakuza in November.
Okay.
At least that's I think the way it is. So we don't have anything for December onwards revealed. They might reveal the one for December at Tokyo Game Fest, or they will hold on to that one until the tie-in comic. We'll see.
We shall see indeed.
But a lot of people do believe it is whatever is coming in December is tied to the tie-in comic. Tab, I'm an optimist. I have Nintendo will dig themselves out of this hole. It's going to take a few years and a miracle. Yeah, exactly. It will take a few years and a miracle. Really, what they need is another renaissance of what they did when the Switch 1 came out, which was showing Zelda's ass and Pyra's tits. They need that. So yeah, otherwise, Wednesday, Sonic Racing Crossroads. So if you want to play with me, you will have to buy it. But, you know, if you do and you want to play, I will be playing that on Wednesday night. Friday will be Suicide Squad. 2 streams on Saturday will be, one of them is Abionic Factor with Magma. Okay. And the other one is Baldur's Gate 3 with Cat and Malice. And then, of course, Sunday is Dogwave.
Dogwave, yes.
What about you? What are you doing next week?
Same old, same old. Next week is Under the Tea episode 100. I need to start looking into what we're going to do for that. Might just be a normal week, honestly, and instead we'll just do something during the 2-year anniversary. Or is it 3 years now? No, it's 2 years. It's 2 years. Holy shit, 2 years of Under the Tea. It's crazy stuff, chat.
Well.
Yeah, I don't really have much new shit planned. I have some video ideas that I would like to work on, like not reaction videos, like actual evergreen videos, because like I enjoy making videos that people can enjoy long term. I don't like just making videos that will literally not matter next week, because I do still, like, even though I'm fine with reacting, I do kind of have a mild problem with reaction content, like just for me long term. I will always have a problem with it because it's not like content that I will look back on maybe some of my reaction stuff and say I'm okay with it or I liked it, but the majority of it I'll just be like, nobody is good. Like all of my videos that I know people will watch later, they're not going to watch me talking about random reaction stuff. They're going to watch the Cinder video, or they're going to watch any other evergreen content that's interesting. So,
yep.
I do need to work on more evergreen videos, and I have an idea for one. I just need to actually do that. YouTube is starting to push more evergreen content in the algo over drama. I doubt that drama is getting suppressed. I mean, I still get decent views, and I still see a lot of the drama people that make content getting views. I just think that YouTube has always kind of pushed more long form content. I don't know if that is the case. I would need to see proof for it, because I'm not really of the belief that that's the case right now. As with anything, I need to see the proof and the statistics for that kind of shit before I believe it. That's why I was like so skeptical on the whole YouTube is or people are losing views. Mizu and Akko are Britbox. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be raiding into Mizu, by the way, chat, because just because I know he was talking about drama himself, but now I think he's playing Goblin Cleanup.
We need to play that one too.
Yeah, I don't know if we're playing Jump Space on Wednesday with Mizu or Goblin Cleanup. I know he really loves both games right now.
Yeah, well.
Any more friends through Chris Chan documentary? You know, I'm trying to grab some people right now to stream with me. I might see if I can drag them through Chris Chan documentary. You know, we had Saturn from the former VTards. Maybe I can convince her to watch the Chris Chan documentary with me. I don't know. I'll ask her. Anyway, let me see what else
I go first because.
Go ahead.
If you like the content I produce, I would greatly appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Join the Discord is the best place to know when I go live. And we're getting really close to hitting 600 subs on YouTube. So I greatly appreciate the continued support.
Do I have permission now?
Yes, you have permission. Go ahead and speak. I just know you won't let me talk. But just go.
All right, chat. Make sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. If you're interested, sub to the channel. Consider becoming a member. Very much appreciate it. Other than that, I reserved my trailer today for moving. That's coming up soon, so pretty crazy, but also very exciting. I'm very, very, very excited to finally move away from this place soon.
Yes.
The person that's helping me
finally use models again.
Yeah, it actually like died briefly tonight. I was kind of surprised it didn't like. I was like thinking to myself, I wonder if this is karma for laughing at somebody else that was having internet problems. Granted, the individual I was laughing at was Mersh, so Mersh is worth laughing at because it's Mersh. You know, sometimes I think to myself, my internet issues suck, and then I watch him like, and it just makes it all worthwhile. Mizu was talking about... Oh, okay, that's gross. Well, I'll raid you over there anyway, chat. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thanks for another good Dogwave. Last super chat, can I get an Akko's hot gaming take? I don't really have any. I like Minecraft. That's about as hot as it gets. I'm sorry.
Why is Mizu talking about that?
I have no idea, but I'm going to raid him now, and then I will listen to him do that. Thank you so much, chat.
All have good night. Behave for Mizu. And we'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye, chat.